2 wins for Laver in 1962. Now, until 1968, pros were not allowed to play in Grand Slam tournaments. When that rule was changed, the Open era began. This, of course, meant Laver was banned from the majors for 5 years of his career. But once the doors opened for professionals, he burst onto the Grand Slam scene. He won the first Wimbledon of the Open era in 1968, defeating top-ranked amateur Arthur Ashe in the semifinal in straight sets, then went on to win the final. Laver would win a total of 11 Grand Slams as both a pro and an amateur at this time, despite being banned from Grand Slam play for 5 of his best years. He won 6 doubles Grand Slams, 3 mixed doubles titles, and he also led his Australian team to 5 Davis Cup victories. One of the best, an icon in Rod Laver. For SiriusXM Sports, I'm Ryan Payton.
MLB Network Radio is your home for 24/7 baseball talk, featuring on-site coverage of every major event from spring training through the World Series and expert analysis from former general managers and players. SiriusXM Channel 89.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Friday, March the 21st. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In Formula One racing at 3:30 a.m., catch qualifying for the F1 sprint race in Shanghai on SiriusXM and Internet Channels 81. And at 11 p.m., catch full coverage of the F1 sprint race at the Shanghai International of the Thermal Club IndyCar Grand Prix on XM. Full coverage of the Baptist Health 200 on SiriusXM and Internet Channels 90. In Major League Baseball spring training action, 1:05 p.m., St. Louis Cardinals take on the Houston Astros. Cardinals on Internet 865, Astros on Internet 851. 1:07 p.m., Toronto Blue Jays take on the Philadelphia Phillies. The Blue Jays feed on Internet 868. 1:10 p.m., New York Mets take on the St. Louis Cardinals, with the Mets feed on Internet 868. 3:10 p.m., LA Angels take on the Texas Rangers. The Angels feed on Internet 853. 4:05 p.m., Cincinnati Reds face the Chicago White Sox. The Reds feed on Internet 847. 4:05 p.m., San Francisco Giants take on the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians feed on Internet 848. 4:05 p.m., the A's take on the Kansas City Royals on Internet 841. 4:10 p.m., Seattle Mariners take on the Cincinnati Reds. Mariners feed on Internet 864. 6:05 p.m., Baltimore Orioles face the Detroit Tigers. Orioles feed on Internet 843. 6:05 p.m., Boston Red Sox take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Red Sox on Internet 844, Pirates on Internet 861. 6:05 p.m., Detroit Tigers face the New York Yankees. Tigers on Sirius and XM Channels 89, Internet 850, Yankees on Internet 859. 9:10 p.m., Milwaukee Brewers take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Brewers on Sirius and XM Channels 89, Internet 856. In the NBA, 7 p.m., Washington Wizards take on the Orlando Magic. Wizards on Sirius 160, XM 212, and Internet 909. Magic on Internet 901. 8 p.m., Miami Heat face the Houston Rockets. Heat on Sirius and XM Channels 86, Internet 895. Rockets on Internet 890. 8 p.m., San Antonio Spurs take on the Philadelphia 76ers. Spurs on Sirius 146, XM 215, and Internet 906. 76ers on Internet 902. 8 p.m., Oklahoma City Thunder face the Charlotte Hornets. Thunder on Sirius 121, XM 213, and Internet 900. Hornets on Internet 883. 8 p.m., Minnesota Timberwolves face the New Orleans Pelicans. Timberwolves on Sirius 108, XM 214, and Internet 897. Pelicans on Internet 898. 8:30 p.m., Dallas Mavericks face the Detroit Pistons. Mavericks on Sirius 85, XM 216, and Internet 886. Pistons on Internet 888. 9:30 p.m., Utah Jazz face the Boston Celtics. Jazz on Sirius 132, XM 217, and Internet 909. Jazz on Sirius 132, XM 217, and Internet 908. Celtics on Internet 881. 10 p.m., Portland Trailblazers face the Denver Nuggets.
What's up, insiders? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the first 4. The tournament is here. March Madness is here. The craziness is here. Don't forget, hit that like button down below and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat hanging out with us, cheering on your favorite team. Or if you've got any bets on the game, let us know. We'll see you back in the chat. Thanks for being here. Good luck to your team.
All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates.
On the court and off, your home for the NBA is SiriusXM. Follow all the drama as your favorite team vies for it all. SiriusXM NBA Radio. SiriusXM 86.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. Most ball players are just happy that a major league team called out their name at the yearly June amateur draft. To go first overall in the annual exercise is not only an honor, but it also comes with heavy expectations. Recent top picks such as Bryce Harper, Steven Strasburg, and David Price have all become household names. But which former number one choices have met with the most success? As of the 2015 season, former Chicago White Sox slugger Harold Baines tops the list of most major league games played by a former first overall pick. He put on the cleats for 2,830 regular season games for 5 major league teams. Baines is followed by superstar Ken Griffey Jr., who got into 2,671 games, mostly for the Seattle Mariners. Jr., who also played with the Reds and White Sox, hit 630 career home runs and was the 1997 American League MVP. Only Alex Rodriguez has hit more home runs from a first overall pick position. A-Rod has also played the third most number of games for a top draft pick. Fourth on the list with 2,499 games played is former Atlanta Braves stalwart Chipper Jones. He also hit the third most round trippers for a top pick, launching 468 balls out of the park. The Milwaukee Brewers used the top pick in the 1985 June amateur draft to nab themselves a B.J. Surhoff. He played 19 seasons and 2,313 games in the Bigs, spending time with the Brewers, Orioles, and Braves. Mike Moore, who was taken first overall by the Mariners back in 1981, got into the most games for a pitcher, taking to the mound 450 times. For It Happened in Baseball, I'm Mick Kern.
SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 brings you expert analysis from former players, coaches, and executives, plus reaction to all the latest news on the only 24/7 station dedicated to the National Football League.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Friday, March the 21st. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In NCAA College Baseball, 3 p.m., Pitt faces NC State on XM and Internet 371. 5 p.m., Iowa takes on Ohio State on XM and Internet 372. 6 p.m., Clemson faces Wake Forest on XM and Internet 371. 8 p.m., Texas takes on LSU on XM and Internet 374. 8:05 p.m., Oregon faces Rutgers on XM and Internet 372. In NCAA College March Madness action, starting with women's basketball, 11:30 a.m., Michigan faces Iowa State on Sirius 137, XM 205, and Internet 967. Noon, Kentucky faces Liberty on Sirius 138, XM 206, and Internet 968. 1:30 p.m., Utah takes on Indiana on Sirius 139, XM 207, and Internet 969. 2 p.m., Notre Dame faces Stephen F. Austin on Sirius 137, XM 205, and Internet 967. 2:30 p.m., Kansas State takes on Fairfield on Sirius 138, XM 206, and Internet 968. 3:30 p.m., Baylor faces Grand Canyon on Sirius 119, XM 198, and Internet 952. 3:30 p.m., TCU takes on Fairleigh Dickinson on Sirius 162, XM 199, and Internet 953. 4 p.m., South Carolina faces Tennessee Tech on Sirius 139, XM 207, and Internet 969. 5:30 p.m., Ohio State faces Montana State on Sirius 137, XM 205, and Internet 967. 5:30 p.m., Vanderbilt takes on Oregon on Sirius 138, XM 206, and Internet 968. 6 p.m., Louisville faces Nebraska on Sirius 161, XM 193, and Internet 955. 6 p.m., Ole Miss takes on Ball State on Sirius 106, XM 190, and Internet 960. 8 p.m., Duke faces Lehigh on Sirius 138, XM 206, and Internet 968. 8 p.m., Tennessee faces South Florida on Sirius 137, XM 205, and Internet 967. 10 p.m., UCLA takes on Southern on Sirius 139, XM 207, and Internet 968. In March Madness men's basketball, 12:15 p.m., Mississippi State takes on Baylor on Sirius 208, XM 201, and Internet 963. 12:40 p.m., Alabama faces Robert Morris on Sirius 209, XM 202, and Internet 964. 1:30 p.m., Iowa State faces Lipscomb on Sirius 210, XM 203, and Internet 965. 2 p.m., Memphis faces Colorado State on Sirius 211, XM 204, and Internet 966. 2:50 p.m., Duke takes on Mount St. Mary's on Sirius 208, XM 201, and Internet 963. 3:15 p.m., St. Mary's faces Vanderbilt on Sirius 209, XM 202, and Internet 964. 4:05 p.m., Ole Miss faces North Carolina on Sirius 210, XM 203, and Internet 965. 4:30 p.m., Maryland faces Grand Canyon on Sirius 211, XM 204, and Internet 966. 6:50 p.m., Florida faces Norfolk State on Sirius 208, XM 201, and Internet 963. 7:10 p.m., Kentucky takes on Troy on Sirius 210, XM 203, and Internet 965. 7:25 p.m., Marquette faces New Mexico on Sirius 209, XM 202, and Internet 964. 7:30 p.m., Arizona faces Akron on Sirius 211, XM 204, and Internet 966. 9:25 p.m., UConn faces Oklahoma on Sirius 208, XM 201, and Internet 963. 9:45 p.m., Illinois faces Xavier on Sirius 210, XM 203, and Internet 965. 10 p.m., Michigan State faces Bryant on Sirius 209, XM 202, and Internet 964. 10:10 p.m., Oregon faces Liberty on Sirius 211, XM 204, and Internet 966. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Friday, March the 21st. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates.
Follow It's the NCAA tournament. It's on Westwood 1.
It will be Grant Hill to make the pass. They're not going to guard Hill making the inbounds pass. Here's a high looper. There's Leitner. He turns. He shoots. It is good. Christian Leitner hits a turnaround 17-footer at the buzzer, and the Duke Blue Devils head to Minneapolis. My, oh my, oh my.
6.9 to go. In it comes to Ethan Morton. He's going to dribble this one out. And the second verse is the same as the first. UConn repeats as national champions.
Now it's time to head courtside for Westwood 1's exclusive coverage of the NCAA tournament.
We welcome you to Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for exclusive first-round coverage of the 2025 Men's Basketball Championship between the 14th seeded Troy Trojans and the number 3 seed in the Midwest, the Kentucky Wildcats. Tonight's broadcast of the NCAA tournament on the Westwood 1 NCAA radio network is sponsored by AutoZone, by Cintas, by Granger, by Pluto TV, by Kohl's, by Progressive Insurance, and by NCAA.com. Hi, everybody. I'm Noah Eagle, along with Tom Crean. Brad Heller will join us later from the Westwood 1 Broadcast Center. We've got Kentucky. We've got Troy. Kentucky 22-11. Troy, the winners of the Sun Belt, at 23-10. The Wildcats have had a wild first year under new head coach Mark Pope, where it looked like they could beat anybody. They could also lose to anybody. And you've got a Troy team playing right now with a lot of confidence, coach. And this one should be a lot of fun, similar to what we just saw with North Carolina in a storming comeback effort, falling just short to Ole Miss.
Oh, I love the way Troy plays. I mean, they've been fun to prepare for and watch. Scott Cross is a guy that is an excellent coach, knows what he wants, has a system and a style. They obviously have not played the teams that Kentucky's had, but they play like some of the teams that Kentucky has seen, especially with the way that they attack the rim and the ability for Kentucky to guard the ball tonight, to get the game going in transition, not always taking the ball out of the basket or putting Troy at the foul line is going to be huge, because when Kentucky gets it rolling offensively, it usually comes from the break, transition threes, and then everything else kind of flows from that. But I think it's going to be a better scoring game maybe than people think, because I think Troy can really get to the basket, and it's going to be a huge challenge. And we'll see early, but it's going to be a huge challenge for Kentucky to keep that ball in front of them.
Troy can certainly score themselves at 73.9 points per game, but only allowing 65.4 points per night. They've been one of the best defenses, certainly in the Sun Belt, but even in the country, top 70 in adjusted defense, according to KenPom.
Well, I don't know the over-under tonight, but I think they're going to have a hard time. They're going to have a hard time holding this team to 65 points. That doesn't mean they're not going to win, but I think Kentucky can get out and play. I think the fact that Lamont Butler is back, I think that is huge. There's a lot to like about what Kentucky does. But you're right. Troy is good. They did a fantastic job. I thought their championship game with Arkansas State was excellent. And again, like I said, Scott Cross can really coach, but so can Mark Pope.
We will see those two going toe-to-toe. Kentucky, one of the Most explosive offensive teams in the country at 85.3 points per game, top 10 in adjusted offense, according to Ken Palm themselves. Third of 4 games here from Milwaukee on this Friday. Up next, Coach's Keys to the Game and the opening tip of Kentucky and Troy from Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. You can choose to get out there. Choose your people. You could choose to go for it. No, like really go for it.
4th down, 28-yard line.
Just choose to do something that moves you. Mazda crafts cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. Mazda, move and be moved.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
At Meineke, doing car care right means our Meineke certified technicians fix whatever your car needs. We fix it right and back it up with nationwide warranties. Brakes? We do that. Tires? Yep, we do that too. Engine repairs, air conditioning, tune-ups, suspension, alignments, oil changes. We do it all. Visit Meineke.com today and schedule an appointment. Each Meineke is independently owned and operated. Trust your key with Meineke. Meineke, doing car care right.
Getting set for Kentucky and Troy, a Trojans team out of the Sun Belt that dominated through the Sun Belt tournament, winning each game by at least 13 points. And they're led by senior guard Tayton Connerway, the straw that stirs the drink for head coach Scott Cross.
The thing that makes Tayton special is his ability to find his teammates. So if you bring a second defender over and you try and wall him up, or if you are aggressive with the ball screen, he has a unique ability to pass that ball. Like most of the NBA players have that ability where they can just find open guys. I think that's the difference between a lot of really talented scorers in college and maybe the guys that go on to the next level is, one, their size, but then the second thing is their ability to pass the basketball.
It'll be Connerway and company for Troy going against just a stout SEC defense, something that they're not necessarily accustomed to seeing, and specifically featuring a player on the Kentucky side with serious March Madness credentials, and that's San Diego State transfer Lamont Butler. Hit an epic shot 2 years ago in the Final Four against FAU in the Battle of Cinderellas to send the Aztecs to the national championship game 2 seasons ago. But Kentucky head coach Mark Pope knows how important he is, and having him healthy will be here tonight.
He's ridiculous. He's got a big chest. He's got unbelievable feet. He's got an incredible instinct on when the point of attack is, and getting there on time and being there on time. He's disruptive. He puts fear in his offensive opponent's heart a little bit.
As we're just a few moments away from tip-off here from Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Noah Eagle, Tom Crean with you. Glad to have you along for the ride. Time for the keys to the game, sponsored by Realtors. Buying a home can be a lot, but with the ethical expertise of a Realtor, you don't have to do it alone. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. All right, Coach Crean, let's start with Troy.
Well, bottom line is, and Coach Cross mentioned it, Tayton Connerway is really, really good. He can drive the ball. He can post up. He can shoot the ball, but they're far from a one-man team. Thomas Dowd, you have got to find number one. Thomas Dowd in transition. He can make threes. There's no doubt about that. And then the Rigsbys. Miles Rigsby, he's coming off a 20-point game in the championship against Arkansas State. He's number 4. I love what he does. I love the way that he plays. And then Marcus Rigsby Jr., also number 2. So here's the thing about what they do. they misdirect you. They make you think the action is going to the right, and they beat you off the dribble to the left. Or they set a ghost pick and roll to make you think where they slip the screen. They make you think that they're going to throw it back. They keep the ball alive. They skip it to the corner. They're very, very adept at setting you up for drives. But the key outside of that defensively, they have got to get back and limit Kentucky as much as they can in transition. They have got to battle on the boards. They don't have to win the boards. They have to battle on the boards. And they cannot give this Kentucky length and Lamont Butler and his play live ball turnovers.
I mean, these usually go hand in hand. So along those lines, what about for Kentucky?
Well, Kentucky, they get out and play. Kobe Bray is fantastic in transition and get it inside to Amari Williams or Andrew Carr. Lamont Butler's the guy. Mark Pope said it. They're a different team when they have him. And Otega Owe is fantastic as well.
Let's check the starting lineups, presented and sponsored by Cintas. Workdays are better when you partner with Cintas. Keep your team protected, prepared, and looking great. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. Kentucky's going with Lamont Butler, who missed the loss in the SEC tournament to Alabama with a shoulder injury, but he's back. He also missed a month earlier in the season. Otega Owe, the leading scorer at 16.2 per game, along with Kobe Brea, Andrew Carr, and Amari Williams. For Troy, Tatum Conaway, the Sun Belt Player of the Year, leads the charge at 14.3 points and nearly 5 assists per game. The Rigsby brothers, Marcus Rigsby Jr. is a junior from Fort Worth, and then his sophomore brother Miles Rigsby, along with Jackson Fields and Thomas Dowd. Time now for the opening tip, sponsored by AutoZone. What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Tell you what, I'm worried we're going to lose you to America's Got Talent or The Voice. I didn't say anything the first time, but I just want, if they discovered you off this broadcast, is there any chance I just get like a 4% cut of that? I don't need 20. I'm not an NIL agent. I just need 4%.
We'll have to discuss by the second half. I'm just waiting for my moment to go, O'Reilly. It'll come. We are all set for action. Jackson Fields and Amari Williams will jump it up at midcourt. John Gaffney, Todd Austin, and Bharat Ramanandan are our officials for this third of 4 games in Milwaukee, and it goes out of bounds on the opening tip. It will go to Kentucky, moving from left to right in their white uniforms, white tops, white bottoms, with Kentucky written in block blue letters across the chest, the blue numbers on the stomach and back, and the blue trim down the sides of the jerseys and the shorts. For Troy, the maroon tops and bottoms with Trojans written in block white across the chest, the white numbers on the stomach and back, and the white trim around the waist and sides. At the top of the key, it's Williams, just 1 foot inside the arc, lob it inside. Williams with a catch underneath the basket. Back outside, Brea, dangerous three-point shooter. Comes up short from straight away on the outside, and the rebound fought for and saved by Dowd for Troy. They'll move it right to left. Miles Rigsby controls on the left wing. He's got 12 points per game. He scored 15 or more in 5 of his last 6. Leave it for Tatum Conaway, the Sun Belt Player of the Year, 14-5 on the season. Rigsby drives middle into the paint, got caught up by Otega Owe. Back to the outside, a left wing 3 is up and good. It's Marcus Rigsby Jr. lacing the triple, and a 3-0 start for Troy 30 seconds in. Quickly back the other end, Kentucky. Carr inside on the right block, got caught up there. Through the contact, he banks it home with a left hand. Count it, and the foul for Andrew Carr. 3-2 with a chance for one more.
Well, it's going to be a long night if we're calling taps like that on the arm right there. But Andrew Carr, great job of getting it inside. Lamont Butler with the push to throw the ball ahead, or to drive it all the way and get it to Andrew Carr ahead in that spot in the short corner. Excellent break. Lamont Butler is a blur.
Carr's free throw is up and good. He scored in double figures in 4 of his last 5 games, and we're all even at 3, 1 minute in. Troy comes in 93rd overall according to Ken Palm, but 152nd in offense. It's been the defensive end where they've really made their money this year, especially within the Sun Belt. Rigsby leaves it for Conaway at the top of the key. Butler steps up defensively, shading him to his left. Backdoor cut, Conaway down the middle of the lane. He got upstairs, but he couldn't finish over the top of Carr, and the rebound ripped down by Butler. He'll move it from left to right for Kentucky. Around it goes Brea on the right wing. Shooting the ball 44% from 3. Instead of back cut here on the bounce from Williams, he lays it in underneath.
Great pass from Amari Williams. That is one of his strengths. Most things happen out of his left hand. He threw that one, snapped the bounce pass to the baseline cutter.
Phenomenal play for Kobe Bryant. First lead now for Kentucky. It's 5-3, 2 minutes in. Nearly a turnover. Fields thought about the three, leaves it for Rigsby, driving middle. Right elbow, Jay comes up short. Off the front iron, into the chest of Brea on the rebound. And he'll reload now with Amari Williams, the 7-footer, bringing it across from left to right. Showing off the passing, the ball handling, finds the corner, and the near side three. A little bit awry on the left side from Butler. Troy will bring it across easily with 24 seconds on the shot clock. And Peyton Conaway will call out the offensive set. Off the screen to his left, looking to snake the dribble on Brea. Caught in the paint, tries to spin away. Instead, feeds far side corner. Three ball is short from Dowd. And the rebound poked by Williams. Bounce up ahead and behind the defense. Oh, Butler just couldn't finish. He got a step on the Troy defense instead. The Trojans coming back the other way. Open man near side corner. Three ball in and out from Miles Rigsby.
Like an NBA All-Star game to start this with the high, not the shot making, but the pace.
And now another turnover. Williams put it on the deck and had it swiped by Jackson Fields of Troy. Here come the Trojans right to left, coast to coast. Oh, blocked from behind. Rigsby thought he had an easy layup, and Andrew Carr tracked it the entire way.
He doesn't quite see that every day in practice. That's the difference right now when you get into a game like that. Great defensive possession by Andrew Carr.
3 minutes in, another strip. Brea lost it. Troy with a turnover. They'll move it right to left. Rigsby down the middle of the paint. Blocked again. Back to back for Carr. He is an eraser at the rim. Troy keeps it out of bounds underneath. 16:42 to play in the first. Down by 2. And an early change. Brandon Garrison is going to check in for Amari Williams. And one more for Mark Pope. It's going to be Travis Perry coming in for Butler. So now Scott Cross, head coach for Troy, will counter himself. And he's going to go deep into his bench. Rondarius Jones, who doesn't get a ton of time with this team, the transfer from Louisiana Southwest Community College, will check in for Jackson Fields.
Already with the sub of Amari Williams, and Andrew Carr is gasping for breath a little bit. This is actually in Troy's pace right now early on.
Dowd leaves it. Marcus Rigsby inside. He finds Conaway cutting to the basket on the right block for the easy deuce to tie the game at 5.
No communication on the side screen there, the little diagonal angle screen. Garrison gets in. He's got to get his mouth going here, not just his body.
There is Garrison now at the top of the key. 1 foot inside the line. Feeds Owe, who's been quiet so far. Baseline drive and finish down the left alley with a left hand off the window. Makes it 7-5.
He is so good athletically. Jumped off 2 feet. Outstanding. Great vision. Being able to finish with his eyes up.
4 minutes gone in this first half. Kentucky 3 for 7 start. Troy 2 for 8. And they're down by just a deuce. Jones trying to get it back for Marcus Rigsby Jr. and does. Rigsby now puts it on the deck with the left hand, floats it from the free throw line and puts it in. That's a tough finish for Marcus Rigsby Jr. to tie the game at 7.
You can really hurt Kentucky in that drop coverage because they don't get their hands active. Brandon Garrison's hands were down around his knees.
15 and a half to play first half. Kentucky back with the basketball, moving from left to right in their white uniforms. Owe at the top of the key, leaves it. Garrison extending his range. He airballed it from the left wing. Conaway had the rebound, had it poked away momentarily, dribbles it back into his grasp, moves it from right to left, goes all the way in. Oh, he corkscrewed it in with the right hand. What a finish inside to make it 9-7 Troy.
You know who's not happy to be here, Noah? Troy. They feel like they belong. I love it.
5 minutes gone in the first. Separation on the step back, and the 15-footer is smooth on the right side by Owe.
Thomas Dowd was looking for the push-off. Let me give you a clue, Thomas. You ain't getting that call tonight. Not in here. You got to keep coming back and attacking just like Otega Owe is.
9 apiece, 14:45 to play first half. Rigsby, top of the key, screen from Conaway. He'll try a deep 3. Off the heel, rebound on the seal. Brea got his hands on it first, then saves it for Perry. And here come the Wildcats left to right. Owe ahead of the pack, down the left alley, banks it home with the right hand. Attack mode for Owe to make it 11-9 Wildcats.
He is just electric when he gets out on that break. His first 3 steps are phenomenal. And that ability to elevate again over 2 feet, tremendous from Otega Owe.
He's got 6 points on 3 for 3 from the floor. Rigsby left wing now for Troy with 12 to shoot. He lobs it to the right side. Around it goes Conaway at the top of the key. Screen comes from Jones. He drives down the left alley. A lot of contact, no whistle, and it's out of bounds. Just lost the handle as he was trying to fight through. And a timeout on the floor with 14:04 to play. Sponsored by Rocket. Own the dream. Kentucky 11, Troy 9. The Trojans battling early from the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
The family that...
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, get 2.99% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have you filled out your bracket yet? Have you filled it out and have you joined our group yet? To track all the way through every single live stream that we do here on Toronto Sports Insider for March Madness. Get your brackets in now. They lock Thursday before the first game tips off. So make sure you click that link that is pinned in the chat. And while you're at it and we've got your attention, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. We're trying to grow an awesome community here and hit 100,000 subscribers. Please help us get there. We'll be live every single game of March Madness. See you back in the chat.
Where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
I used to lack confidence until I shopped for a used car with Carfax. With Carfax, I was able to...
Pause for the facts.
I saw all the facts, like millions of cars, reported vehicle histories, and found the best values. Thanks to Carfax, I had the confidence to shop like a pro.
Facts.
A pro car shopper who feels like a winning ping pong champion.
Facts.
A ping pong champ whose legendary story is now a blockbuster movie.
Facts.
Starring me, Little Miss Confident.
Yeah! Facts.
Sorry, you get it. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. Monster.com provides great coaching and millions of job openings. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today. Well, for Kentucky, preseason number 23 before, just a wonderful start to the season, 7-0 with a win over Duke. They got up to 4th in the country. They were 14-3 before the injuries really started to hit. But since the injuries have kind of calmed down a little bit for this team, they haven't won more than 2 in a row, but they have found a little bit more of that offensive rhythm that we expect from them. 22-11 coming in after the loss in the SEC tournament to Alabama. As for Troy, similar flow to what they had last year with a slow start, 5-4 before conference play. They had some close losses to Arkansas, Oregon, and Houston, all on the road. Went 9-3 down the stretch of the regular season before the wins in the Sun Belt tournament, all by at least 13 points to get to 23-10. And they have proven that they deserve to be in this position right now, down by just 6 minutes in.
Well, Mark Pope is an outstanding coach, and I think people have figured that out this year. They'll figure out over time. Scott Cross is an outstanding coach as well.
Left wing three is up and good. Andrew Carr showing off the range as a big man. 14-9 Kentucky.
Great action, pulled in the help defender. Andrew Carr slides up out of the left corner, slides up into the wing. Buries an open three.
Cooper Campbell is on the floor for Troy. It's Conaway at the controls again, top of the key. No look, bounce pass, far side corner. Pump fake, spin, Theo Sang back to Conaway. Right wing three is short. And the weak side rebound pulled in by Garrison for Kentucky. Butler lost the handle momentarily, but gets it back on the left wing in the front court. Trailing three straight away. Garrison in and out. And an uncontested board goes to Troy. Trojans bring it from right to left into the front court, approaching 7 minutes gone by in this first half, in just a 5-point game. Sang on the outside straight away. Leave it on the near side for Victor Valdez, who's just coming off the bench. Now Conaway calls for the clear out against Garrison. He likes the matchup. He wants to go to work on the right wing. A couple of crosses down the right alley. He's tripped and draws the foul. Just the first team foul on Kentucky with 12:56 to play in the first half.
You know what was great about that play, Noah, with Tatum Conaway is his teammates held their spacing. There was great space, which really put Kentucky into a point. Okay, do we help on the dribble, or do we stay with our man? Nobody cheated in. The corner meant the corner, and Tatum Conaway gets a foul on the drive, on the foul from Garrison.
Jackson Fields checks back in for Rondarius Jones, who got the early minutes, early action, just the undersized center. Fields comes in with a slightly longer frame. Troy has it with 15 on the shot clock. Swinging far side corner. Campbell on the baseline drive and kick. Valdez is open on the left wing, but he misfires from three. And the rebound ripped in by Amari Williams underneath. Kentucky on the move from left to right now with Lamont Butler. Sets the offense in motion from the left wing. Pocket pass goes to Williams in the paint. Caught up, floats it up, missed it short. Good defense by Jackson Fields, who clears the rebound.
Good defense, and Amari Williams had the right-hand play, spun back to his left, and went up short because he faded away on his shot from 2 feet.
It's been 3 minutes since Troy has put some points on the board. They're going to do so here. Dangerous pass from Valdez does reach Fields in the far side corner. He'll fire and hit the three. Tough shot from deep to make it 14-12.
Again, Amari Williams, hands down, okay? He does such a lackadaisical job of getting his hands up on shooters and in ball screen defense. He can block shots, but his hands were down at his knees. It was a wide open three for Fields.
And a very capable shooter, 33% at his position. Now he forces a turnover as he gets in the passing lane on the other end. Up ahead for Valdez from right to left, down the left alley. Valdez stops, tried to be patient, but he overshot the layup on the left block. Williams with the rebound, and he's fouled 92 feet away from the basket. Valdez was trying to get back in on the play to make up for his error inside. There's a timeout on the court. 14-12. Troy battling down by just 2 to the 3-seed Kentucky. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot doot, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
Then we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Lowe's.
What's up, insiders? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the first 4. The tournament is here. March Madness is here. The craziness is here. Don't forget, hit that like button down below and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat hanging out with us, cheering on your favorite team, or if you've got any bets on the game, let us know. We'll see you back in the chat. Thanks for being here. Good luck to your team.
Have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
You know what I love about spring? It's a season of change, and that means it's time for a closet refresh. Enter Kohl's. With the extra 15% off they have going on, I saved on the latest styles for my entire family, like a cute dress for myself, linen shorts for my husband, and spring jackets for my kids. Just add sunshine and we're set. All thanks to Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 15% offer ends March 23rd. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Noah Eagle and Tom Crean here at our Grainger courtside seats in Milwaukee. For the ones who get it done, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade products for all industries, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. 14-12, Kentucky over Troy with 11:41 to play in this first half. But Troy right now is executing at a high level.
They are. The pace of the game totally favors them because what they're doing is, you can see it early, they're bringing some fatigue to the big men of Kentucky, and that's what you have to do. You have to do that because they're really going to rotate 3 bigs. Troy's just got to make enough shots over time, not every time, but over time to keep this. Because that pace of the game, there are 28 shots already in this game, Noah. That's crazy. The pace of the game is fantastic, and it's definitely favoring Troy.
And Kentucky, who shoots it at 37.4% from 3, makes 10 per game. 1 for 5 from the outside so far. They will inbound it 94 feet from their basket after Troy picked up their second team foul. It was on Valdez, who does stay in the game for the Trojans. Meanwhile, always back on the floor. Got off to that quick start for Kentucky. 3 for his first 3 from the floor as Butler moves it from left to right and crosses the timeline with 21 on the shot clock.
Yeah, this is their best fast break lineup with Owe, Brea, and Lamont Butler in the game.
Here's Owe on the right wing. Crossover on Conaway, and he drove it inside. That easily could have been a goaltend. There was a foul called beforehand as Jackson Fields went up and blocked it, and the Kentucky bench is puzzled as to why this isn't an and one. So it'll be 2 free throws instead as Owe remains aggressive for the Wildcats.
I've been puzzled a time or two with an official call or lack of a call.
I feel like we could find some cuts of different faces that you made over the years.
They say, yeah, all you got to do is go type in Tom Crean memes and you'll be entertained.
I'm sure that there's a specific dedicated page as Owe hits the first free throw. Later on, we will select the play of the day, sponsored by Old Spice. Stinking places beyond your pits? Old Spice has you covered with total body deodorant, 24/7 freshness from pits to toes with daily use. Owe 2 for 2. I'm really going to start using pits to toes in my everyday lineage.
I don't know if you will. You'll get sick of it pretty fast. You'll get sick of it.
Challenge accepted.
It's good in a commercial, but not in daily living.
Troy from right to left. Conaway at the top of the key off a screen to his left from Fields. Conaway step away, thought about the three. He's got the mismatch with Williams. That means that Fields has the smaller Owe. So Conaway gets it back with a live dribble. Tries to drive with 10. Hooks it inside. Knocked away by Owe and steal for Kentucky with a 4-point lead. Brea up ahead, bounce it Owe, running rim to rim, lays it in with the right hand down the right alley to make it 18-12.
And Conaway overthought that one. He had Amari Williams. He's not going to put those hands up to try to block your shot. That's why you got to get the lift and go over top. He forced the pass, turns into a turnover.
Owe nearly came away with another steal. 15 seconds to shoot. Owe already in double figures with 10. That's a deep right wing three. Campbell off the side of the rim on the left side. Long rebound tracked down by Fields. Second chance. Conaway loads it up. Comes up short from straight away on the three-point territory. And another rebound goes to Williams. Kentucky will bring it across from left to right. Butler gets a step on Campbell. Sprays it out far side corner three. It is short off the hands of Almanor, who just checked in. Nearly midway through this first half. 18-12. Troy moving it from right to left. Down by 6. Off the screen to his right. Campbell back outside straight away. Fields will try another three. Off the right side of the rim into the hands of Williams. Skip pass up ahead to the front court. Step into a transition three from the left wing. Owe in and out. And Valdez claims the board underneath.
Surprised that Troy has not gone to any of their double stagger misdirection stuff yet. You don't want to fall in love with the three in this game against Kentucky because of the rebounding advantage they'll have lengthwise.
Troy is 1 for its last 8 from the floor. Valdez frees himself. Left wing three. Knocks it down. Deep one. Victor Valdez trims this deficit in half. It's 18-15 Kentucky.
That's why he left him in the game, because he knew that three was coming. Scott Cross looking into the future.
KYP, know your personnel. 9:20 to play, first half. Far side corner three. Brea doesn't have the response. Too strong. And a flat-footed board on the left block goes to Fields. Now Troy across the timeline with Conaway at the top of the key. 20 to shoot as he sizes up Butler defensively. Now Fields straight away holding on his right hip. Bounce it for the cutter. And Conaway finishes right in front of Brea on the inside, but he takes a tough fall and is slow to get up. Kentucky has a 5-on-4 up by 1. Brea inside. Williams with a seal, and he's fouled. Kentucky wants a flagrant. It looked like it was more so just restricting the bucket by Theo Sang, and Troy actually wanted a jump ball. They're not going to get that.
No, but the Mark Pope and the Kentucky staff, they did not react, and it was the right call. Tatum Conaway right now, he has got tremendous vision. Kadari Richmond is one of the better vision guards in the country. Tatum Conaway's not quite as big, maybe a better shooter, but when you've got big guards that can see the floor the way that they have, that is such an advantage. And right now, there's just not nearly enough pressure on the ball from Kentucky when Troy has the ball. That's why we had the back cut layup with Tatum Conaway.
So Williams to the free throw line. His first one is perfect. March Madness is coming to a court near you. Experience it live as the nation's best college basketball teams compete for a chance to cut down the nets. Secure your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets. Under 9 to play in this first half. 19-17 Kentucky. Travis Perry back on the floor for the Wildcats along with Brea, Williams, Owe, and Carr. Second one from Williams. Swirls around and out. Miles Rigsby claims another rebound. He hands it off to his brother Marcus Rigsby, who will bring it across from right to left. They've got Conaway now on the bench.
Here comes the misdirection.
Test pass goes to the right wing for Bellamy. Hands it right back to Rigsby in the far side corner. Searching for an outlet. He finds it in Valdez right in front of the midcourt logo. Now Rigsby on the left wing to the top of the key. Bellamy, two-man game. Back to Miles Rigsby off the screen to his left. Pulls from the left elbow. He comes up short with an air ball on a left-handed floater. And the rebound collected underneath by Owe.
They're playing for the blocked shot that's not coming. Again, the shot was short because they think the shot is going to be blocked. Amari Williams is rebounding. He's not blocking shots.
Amari Williams just went right to work, but he missed the left-handed floater. Bellamy tried to stand his ground, but Troy does get the stop. They've got the possession right to left. Marcus Rigsby Jr. step away three from the left wing. It's short, and the long rebound tracked down. Oh, what a play by Owe, all in one motion. He threw it up ahead. Williams had a step and then knocked out of bounds off of Amari Williams. What hustle by Troy to get back defensively, and Thomas Dowd forces a turnover. Meanwhile, Williams is still on the ground underneath the Troy basket.
Well, we had a better view of that than Mark Pope did, but I do not think that was Troy's ball. But they don't seem to be looking at it. He's trying to get the referee's attention, but that definitely looked like that was off Dowd and Troy.
Leads to a timeout on the floor. Kentucky 19, Troy 17 with 7:58 to play in the first half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second-guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Welcome to Staples.
I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet, and we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place...
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business?
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your life, your goals, your legacy. With a dedicated Fidelity advisor, it's all part of a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
19-17 Kentucky in front with just under 8 to play in the first half. It's time for the Colts fact of the game. Well, Mark Pope, it's pretty widely known, was a member of the 1996 Kentucky National Championship team. But if he leads the Wildcats to a title as the head coach, he'd be just the fourth all-time to win the tournament as a player and a coach, joining Joe B. Hall, Bob Knight, and Dean Smith. Those are some legendary names that Mark Pope has a chance to be a part of. That's the fact of the game, sponsored by Kohl's. Make this spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. 2-point game, 7:58 to play in the first half. Troy, despite shooting the ball just 32% from the floor and 3 for 12 from 3, they have hung around really from start up until this point.
They really have, and they've done a good job on the glass. Now, Kentucky's not going to the offensive glass as hard. They have 0. Inside his 13 boards, Amari Williams has got 7. But with Troy's doing a very good job getting 5 at the glass. I mean, the pace of the game still favors Troy.
Victor Valdez, the sophomore from Mexico, getting extended run against the Wildcats so far. He has it on the left wing for Troy. Down by 2, a chance to tie or take the lead. 15 on the shot clock, looking to drive on the baseline. Got cut off by Garrison. A ricochet ends up in the hands of Bellamy inside. He floats in over the top of Carr from 5 feet out to tie the game at 19.
Big time shot. Jumped off 2 feet over the left shoulder, right hand over the top of the rim.
Miles Rigsby got a hand on the basketball, but it's scooped back up by Travis Perry for the Wildcats. Scramble situation. Carr on the drive with a right-handed dribble. Spins in the lane. Floats it up and in. Nice finish from about 8. 21-19 Kentucky. So Carr now up to 8 points. He's 3 for 3 from the floor. 7 minutes to play in the first half. Marcus Rigsby on the left wing. Leaves it for Valdez. Calling for the screen to his left. Instead, he got set to his right now. Re-screen to his left. Puts it on the deck with the left hand. Drives left. Sidestep motion. Floats it up well short. Rebound underneath. Knocked out of bounds. Going the other way to Kentucky.
It's the second shot Valdez has missed with his left hand where he gets no drop of his right shoulder to give himself a chance where he has backboard shots. But he shoots it straight up almost like he's anticipating the block, and he doesn't draw rim on one and barely draws rim on another.
Troy is looking to become the first team in this year's tournament to take down a top 4 seed so far as Lamont Butler moves it left to right for Kentucky into the front court. 6:40 to play in this first half. A 2-point Wildcat lead. Garrison sprays it out to the right wing. Oweh out there. He got off to the quick start, already in double figures with 10. Drives right, bounce it inside. What a feed. Garrison diving to the rim, and he banks it home to make it 23-19.
That was a great pass by Oweh because that was well defended. There was activity. They were in front of the ball. It's been a great pocket pass. The key to the pocket pass is to throw it knee to knee. Get it under those knees, and that is exactly how it was delivered.
Dowd has it back to Conaway, back on the floor for Troy, and he's fouled on the outside as Butler was fighting over the screen. He's going to pick up the personal.
Very fortunate because that could have easily been a moving screen. They did not wait for the screen to be set to take off, but contact on the body as the drive occurred.
Bellamy is going to sit for Troy as Jackson Fields comes back in. So the starting 5 back on the floor for head coach Scott Cross with Conaway, the 2 Rigsbys, Fields, and Dowd. As for Kentucky, they've got Oweh, Butler, Brea, and Carr, 4 starters, along with Garrison, who's gotten some minutes here off the bench in the first half. Miles Rigsby leaves it for Conaway on the right wing, hooks it to the top of the key. Fields will try the 3 off the front iron, and the rebound is swallowed up underneath by Garrison. Kentucky moves it left to right, and a throwaway. Butler trying to bounce it in between 2. Is taken away by Dowd. He'll get across the timeline with 25 on the shot clock. Kentucky leads by 4. Troy basketball in the front court. Conaway drive and kick. Fields thought about it, but it's going to be an offensive foul. Conaway dominoed over the top of Butler and will pick up the personal.
I'm not sure on that. I'm not sure he was set. I'm not sure he was outside. We'll get a good look at it. He's still sliding. That's a little bit of a going down early. Conaway tried to miss the contact, turned his body sideways.
And importantly, that is the second foul on Conaway, so the Sun Belt Player of the Year is going to have to go to the bench with 5:39 to play in this first half, and we'll see if Scott Cross elects to sit him for the rest of this first half, or he lets him play through.
There's no way he can, Noah. I'm not Scott Cross, but there's no way you can sit Conaway out.
Right. Oweh drives right, too strong off the window. Rebound strong inside to Dowd for Troy. He'll bring it across himself. The big man from right to left finds his fellow forward. Fields with a swing around to Valdez. Right back to Fields, top of the key, 2-man game. Valdez thought about the deep 3. Puts it on the deck, leaves it far side corner for Miles Rigsby. 5 minutes to play first half. Troy down 4. Rigsby pulls and hits. 18-footer to get it to within 2. 23-21.
We said at the beginning, Kentucky is going to have to guard the drive. Now, it's not as much to the rim right now without Conaway in, but it is the pull-up. And their hands are down. They're not challenging shots close to where they have to be.
Forced to give it up. Garrison pushes it up and in right at the free throw line off the nice feed on the hook from Brea. 25-21. Kentucky back up by 4 with 4:35 to play in the first half.
Right now, if you're Kentucky, that ball has got to go through the paint every possession. You don't have to score in the paint, but you've got to go through it.
Valdez has it on the left wing, and a poke away out of bounds by Garrison. Got his hand in the cookie jar. It'll stay with the Trojans. Get good at money so you can be a little bad. Invest well at Empower.com. 16 to shoot as Marcus Rigsby will sit for Troy. Miles Rigsby on the floor with Dowd, Fields, Valdez, and now Cooper Campbell, who will inbound on the near sideline. Bounce it for Rigsby, short corner near side. Baseline drive got cut off by Trent Noah. So Mark Pope going deep on his bench as well. Oh, Cooper Campbell drives left and finishes with a right. He got airborne at just 6'2".
A random ball screen created enough separation for him to get by. Great play. That is where Troy is so good with random screens, reversing their screens, flipping their screens. Excellent at it. Butler floats it up too strong. Kentucky holding on to a 25-23 lead with 4 minutes to play in the first half. Troy can tie or take the lead here. It's Miles Rigsby on the right wing. Just passed it down right back to Rigsby on the outside. 18 to shoot. Dancing with a basketball. He drives middle, absorbs the contact, and a foul is called. The question is whether or not they're going to call it in the act of shooting. It'll go against the Wildcats as Noah got a little bit in the way, and we'll see whether or not he'll be heading to the charity stripe when we return. With a timeout on the floor, 3:42 to play. Kentucky 25, Troy 23. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
I'm at a smoothie bar asking people if they'd switch smoothies with me for $574.
Oh, I'll switch.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
That's a headache.
Nope, it's painless.
Oh, so it's easy money.
Yep, check Allstate first and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
Yo, it's Jacob Hester from Off Campus on College Sports Radio. For full breakdowns of this game and more, tune in weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern on Channel 84 or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Troy 23, 3:42 to play in the first half from Milwaukee. Time now for a tournament bracket update sponsored by Green Gobbler. Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. It's bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and it works. Green Gobbler, let the gobbler get it. Well, earlier today, Iowa State with a dominant effort over Lipscomb. They will face Ole Miss, who just kept UNC at bay. They were up by 22 early in the second half. UNC made a really furious comeback, got it to within a possession, but Ole Miss, with a big shot by Sean Padula, sets up the date in the round of 32 on Sunday here in Milwaukee with Iowa State. Meanwhile, Troy has Tatum Conaway back in the game and inbounding on the baseline with 2 personal fouls and 3:40 to play in this first half, down by just 2. And a dangerous pass, a bad pass at that. Campbell thought he could get it to Fields. He wasn't ready, and then a turnover right back the other way on a deflection. Rigsby got a hand on it. Now Home moving across from right to left for Troy. Down by 2, a chance to tie or take the lead. 3.5 to play in the first half. Rigsby stop, feed, Campbell, bounce it inside. Fields got position, blocked, but a foul. Carr came over on the help, but he got held before that, and Fields will shoot 2.
It's a good play. One thing that Troy has got to correct is they're cheating out of the corners, which is creating a little bit more help early on for the Troy drive, because the help can get off a little bit more. What they were doing a great job of early in the game was staying true to those corners, which pulls the help back, gives them a little bit more of a driving angle.
Foul one on Owe, his first, and the first free throw falls for Jackson Fields. The Jeep celebration event is your chance to start a brand new adventure. Hurry in for an exceptional offer on Jeep's Go Anywhere, Do Anything SUVs and let the ride of a lifetime begin. One more free throw for Jackson Fields, the junior from Missouri City, Texas. Averaged 7.9 points and nearly 5 rebounds per game, but he misfires on the second, splits a pair. 1 point Kentucky lead with the basketball from left to right. The Wildcats led by as many as 6. They were down early by 3. Williams back in the game, skip it, far side corner. 3 ball is good. Trent Noah cashes home.
Yeah, there was just too much. They pulled in for no reason. There was no play in the post. He had great vision, no pressure on the ball with Amari Williams. He finds Noah in that left corner for an open 3.
28-24, a block inside. Williams got a hand on the floater from Rigsby. Now left to right, Wildcats moving, drive and kick, near side corner. 3 goes! It's Andrew Carr with his second triple of the day. 31-24 on back-to-back threes, and Kentucky's extended it.
Now that's how you utilize the corner. Trent Noah in the left corner, Andrew Carr in the right corner, staying true to the corner, staying true to the three-point shot.
11 points for Carr. He's a perfect 4 for 4 from the floor. Valdez with the midcourt logo, guarded by Owe on the outside. Now Rigsby on the left wing, screen from Fields to his right. Rigsby thought about it, bouncing for Fields, mixed match against Noah. He floats it up well short with the left hand. He thought he got fouled. Rebound collected underneath by Amari Williams. He'll bring it across himself from left to right. Full head of steam. Down the middle of the lane! Look out! Amari Williams! Cruel intentions! Long strides. He rises up. He cranks it home with the left hand. And a chance for 3. 33-24 Kentucky. 1:59 to play. And Williams, a single man highlight film.
Tremendous length of the court, 5 dribbles, flush left-hand dunk with the foul. That is a high level of athleticism shown from Amari Williams.
Timeout called with 1:59 to play. Kentucky leads 33-24 after the Troy timeout. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
Without maintenance teams behind the scenes, everything stops. Even the game. Lights, broadcast equipment, cooling, you ensure the assets that matter most work. MaintainX was built for professionals like you. A modern maintenance app that helps manage work orders, schedule maintenance, and track inventory. So keep the madness on the court, not in your operations. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain in the letter X.com/MVP.
The Jeep Celebration event is your chance to start a brand new adventure with great deals on our legendary Go Anywhere, Do Anything SUVs, like the Grand Cherokee 4xE, our most capable Grand Cherokee ever, the Jeep Wrangler 4xE, our most capable Wrangler ever, or the Jeep Compass, our most affordable SUV. Hurry in for an exceptional offer during the Jeep Celebration event and let the adventure of a lifetime begin. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
33-24, 1:59 to play here in Milwaukee in the first half. Kentucky leading Troy in the 3-14 matchup. And if you can't catch our tournament broadcasts on radio, you can also listen online at westwood1sports.com. On any Alexa-enabled device, simply ask to open Westwood One Sports, or listen on the go via the Varsity Network app, the NCAA March Madness app, or the brand new and easy-to-use Westwood One Sports app. Just under 2 minutes to play. Williams will get a free throw on the and one after the highlight of potentially the day here in Milwaukee, going coast to coast off the rebound. by himself at 7 foot 262, like a locomotive all the way down the court, with an impressive slam over what felt like the entire Troy defense.
Yeah, nobody could get in front of him, and you can't blame anybody for not trying to get in front of him. I mean, when he comes like that, with that size, his first 2 dribbles were actually a little short, and he got him out. Just explosion. That looks like the kind of work that you do in individual instruction to have every one of your players understand how to handle the ball.
Dare I say in Milwaukee that it was Giannis-esque, the way he took it down the floor, but he does miss the free throw short.
Absolutely. He has a tendency on this free throw to let it get set in his palm. He turns it in his hand as he's bringing it back, and it sits, and that's why a lot of times it's short.
It's an 8-0 Kentucky run after Troy had it to within 1, but a foul now on Kentucky is going to put them at 5 team fouls as Trent Noah picks it up away from the basketball.
Yeah, you need a basket right now or you need a foul. I mean, you do not want to let this run continue. It's 8-0 right now. You want to get something if you're Troy. It doesn't matter what it is. It's a good shot, something in that paint that kicks for a 3, but get a great look.
Lamont Butler back in for Trent Noah. Inbound from Cooper Campbell to the near side corner, Rigsby. 1:40 to play. Troy has it. Left wing 3. Dowd. Way too strong. Into the hands on the box out of Owe. Now he wants to push the pace. He'll slow it down with no real numbers in the front court.
Yeah, you don't want to be moving on a turn. Oh, great pass.
The back cut from Brea and the perfect delivery from Amari Williams as Brea climbs the ladder for the easiest 2 of the night.
And they list Kobe Brea at 6'7". I wasn't believing that till you get in the gym. He's every bit of it. Great pass by Williams. Great cut by Brea.
35-24. Kentucky step away left wing 3. Conaway in and out. Rebound. Fight for it. Dowd claims it. And a foul on Kentucky on the loose ball. It's going to be their 6th team foul with 1:08 to play in this first half.
Those are 2 really poor choices of shots right now from Troy. They were rewarded with the offensive rebound and get the chance to go to the foul line. But you can't take jump shots fading away. You can't take challenge jump shots when you're trying to stem the tide.
It's a 10-0 Kentucky run over the last 2 minutes. Campbell inbounds baseline far side. Lob it over the defense. Dowd just stays in front of that midcourt stripe to get it. Now Conaway with a minute to play has it on the right wing. Troy could really use a boomerang run to end this first half. As Conaway drives to his right, nearly had his trip, got it back, tried to shovel it inside into traffic. It's knocked out of bounds off Kentucky on the baseline with 5 to shoot.
Conaway is almost too unselfish, Noah. He's had a couple of turnovers trying to make that extra pass. Just go up and score the ball and draw the foul. You're the Sun Belt Player of the Year.
So Cooper Campbell inbound once again, baseline near side, finds Fields in the near side corner for 3. Yes! He knocks it through from the outside. A much-needed basket for Troy to make it 35-27.
Exactly, and you get a stop, you're going to get another possession if you're Troy.
17-second difference, shot clock and game clock, nearly a steal for Conaway. Instead, Williams goes right to the rack down the middle, hangs, he missed it. Good defense by Fields to force it. Just a 3-second difference, shot clock and game clock, 24 seconds to shoot. Now 25 seconds remaining in the first half. 35-27, Troy with the basketball down by 8. Campbell calms it down, runs the offense. Chest pass to Dowd on the left wing on the outside against Carr. Now it's Conaway with 10 to shoot. Calls for the screen, uses it to his left. Conaway drives, lost his footing, nearly lost the basketball. Williams gets to the deck. Conaway still fighting for it. And a jump ball would go to Troy if that's what the call is here, and it is.
Yep. They're getting too caught in the traffic. Conaway, it's too tight right now. They do a really good job at Troy of getting 3 guys aligned. 1 guy pops out, this time off the top of the key. But Conaway drove that into traffic, and you go into that kind of hand activity, you're going to have an issue.
1.8 on the shot clock, 4.5 remaining in this first half. Troy down by 8. Can they work up some magic to make this a 2-possession game before the break? They had it to within 1 before the 10 straight points from Kentucky. It'll be Cooper Campbell again, inbound baseline near side. Troy lined up on a line on that left side of the free throw line. Short corner, Jay is up and in and out on the near side from Dowd. Poked away from Kentucky, and nobody can claim it before the first half buzzer sounds. So Troy gets the big 3 to get it to within single digits after 20 minutes of action. But Kentucky uses the 10-0 run to re-extend the lead. They are up by 8 after the first half of play.
But that 3 from Troy was huge for their confidence because they didn't give up another basket. They got a great look down here. But that was big to stem the tide. So even though you're down 8, you are still feeling like you are right where you need to be.
Trojans had opportunities. Halftime score, 35-27, Kentucky ahead of Troy. When we return, we'll head back to our Straight Talk Wireless studios for the halftime report. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, get 2.99% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro painters and make your happy place your home. CertaPro painters, that's painting happy. During our spring sales event, get 10% off any home painting project $2,500 or more when you schedule before May 15th at participating locations. Get started today at CertaPro.com. We proudly use Sherwin-Williams paint.
Feels like home.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Kentucky, the 3 seed in the Midwest region, leads the 14 seed Troy 35-27 at halftime. The Wildcats a 10-0 run late in the first half to build the lead. Brad Heller in our Westwood One studios in Los Angeles, and let's get right to the tournament scoreboard. Sponsored by Maintain X. Maintain X is the asset and maintenance app that brings your unplanned downtime to zero. Try for free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain and the letter x.com/MVP. We'll start with the 1 seed in the West, the Florida Gators, who came out like gangbusters to start against Norfolk State.
Seeking the perimeter, 2 hands it for Richard. He'll spring for 3, right wing. It was on target but short. Rebound for Condon. He tracks it down. Another offensive rebound. Set up another 3, left side. Martin buries it. Again, Elijah Martin's hit 2 in close range, 38-14.
Jason Benetti on the call. Florida's up 66-42 early in the second half. Martin's got 13 points. Walter Clayton Jr. leading everybody with 21 for the Gators. Marquette in New Mexico, the 7-10 matchup in the South. The Lobos started hot, and they've stayed that way.
New Mexico. Into the forecourt they come. Dent to the foul line. Throws through far side. 3-pointer is up, and it's good for Borovichinen. And suddenly back to an 8-point lead now for New Mexico.
Scott Graham on the call. New Mexico's lead is 5, 32-27, final 2 minutes of the first half. You can listen to that game and any game that's available on the brand new Westwood One Sports app. And that includes Arizona and Akron, the 4-13 matchup in the East. The Wildcats have a 19-13 lead midway through the first half. Cooper Flagg looked just fine coming off the ankle injury, 14 points in 22 minutes. Duke dominated Mount St. Mary's 93-49, 9 straight wins in the round of 64. They'll face the 9-seed Baylor on Sunday. The Bears got by Mississippi State to start the day. Ole Miss held on for dear life to beat North Carolina, and the Rebels, the 6th seed in the South, will meet the 3-seed Iowa State on Sunday. Maryland hammered Grand Canyon 81-49. The Terps beating a 13 seed. Now they'll face a 12 on Sunday in Colorado State. The Rams knocked off the 5 seed Memphis. St. Mary's rallied from double digits down in the second half to get by Vanderbilt, the 7 seed in the East. The Gales will take on the 2 seed Alabama. The Crimson Tide outscored Robert Morris earlier today in Cleveland. Kentucky 35, Troy 27 at halftime. Coming up, an interview with Xavier head coach Sean Miller before his team takes on Illinois. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Without maintenance teams behind the scenes, everything stops. Even the game. Lights, broadcast equipment, cooling. You ensure the assets that matter most work. MaintainX was built for professionals like you. A modern maintenance app that helps manage work orders, schedule maintenance, and track inventory. So keep the madness on the court, not in your operations. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain in the letter x.com/MVP.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better are member-only doorbuster deals. Right now, rewards members can save $40 on an Allen & Roth Chesler Gold faucet. Was $99, now $59. Plus, save $110 on a Cobalt 40-volt battery trimmer and blower combo kit. Was $279, now $169. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/24 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Welcome back to the Straight Talk Wireless Studios here in Los Angeles. I'm Brad Heller. Need more data so you can stream your jam mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Kentucky leads Troy at halftime, 35-27. Coming up next, the final game of the night in Milwaukee. It's going to be the 6-11 matchup in the Midwest, Illinois, and first 4 winner Xavier. The Fighting Illini were an Elite 8 team a year ago, but they had to replace the entire starting lineup, and this year led the Big Ten in scoring. Meanwhile, Sean Miller's Musketeers pulled off their biggest comeback win of the season on Wednesday, rallying from 13 down to beat Texas in Dayton. And now they've got the quick turnaround in Milwaukee and a conversation with our Noah Eagle and Tom Crean.
Whirlwind couple of days as we get ready for this first-round matchup after the win over Texas. You said 2 things. One, it was one of the best wins in terms of just how the game went in your coaching career. And 2, when asked about Illinois, you said, I couldn't give less of a blank about Illinois right now.
Yeah.
So now you actually get ready for this team and for this matchup. Let's first start with your team. You know, heading into the Big East tournament, you had won 7 in a row. You essentially said you had been playing postseason basketball now for a while. And so to put your team now in that environment and get the job done the way that they did, what did it show you about your group and kind of almost reaffirm what you already thought?
Yeah, you know, I thought that our game against Texas in a way was like a microcosm of our entire season, in that, you know, we've had to fight through the adversity and obstacles that happen. You know, Fremantle leaving us for 3 weeks right at the beginning of our Big East season. When he left us, we weren't sure whether he was going to come back, and thank goodness he did. But you have to get through it. And then, you know, look, our league is like several leagues in this country where, you know, there's going to be pockets of your schedule that are difficult. We hit a couple and didn't do as well in terms of the final score. But the one thing about us is we really never gave in, you know, to the process of working hard, getting better, believing. And I think all of us believe that we were good and that we could really get going at the end, and that's really what happened.
So now that you actually have had a little bit of a moment to get yourself ready for Illinois, it's a team that has had some really high highs and has had some struggles at some point through this season. What stands out to you about this matchup?
Well, one of the things I didn't realize is just how young they are. You know, they're best players in their starting group, and some of the players that I think you respect the most, they're in their first year. But their offensive rebounding jumps off the page. I think they have a philosophy of crashing the glass with their guards from the corners and their wings. You know, it's not how it used to be where the big dudes just beat you up on the glass. In Illinois' case, it just feels like everybody is going. I think for us, that's the whole key. You cannot let them get that many second shots. And recently, they've been getting as many or more as they have all year. They shoot a lot of threes as well, and I think that's always dangerous. So, we're playing against a team that plays a fast tempo, that shoots threes and crashes the offensive glass. And I think just in our concern is in those three areas. Can we match them in those three areas and do a good job of taking those away?
That is Xavier head coach Sean Miller. Coach, we appreciate you taking a few minutes with us, and best of luck against Illinois.
Thank you.
All right, again, your halftime score, Kentucky 35, Troy 27. We're going to rejoin Noah Eagle and Tom Crean in Milwaukee after this. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. You can choose to get out there. Choose your people. You could choose to go for it. No, really go for it.
Fourth down, 28-yard line.
Just choose to do something that moves you. Mazda crafts cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. Mazda, move and be moved.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
Traveling in basketball.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet.
Traveling in basketball, bad move. Traveling the world, great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
People always ask me, Guy, why are you so confident? And I tell them because I shop for a used car with Carfax. Why Carfax? Because I was able to pause for the facts. What kind of facts? Used car facts. Facts. Like which car has been in a reported accident, which ride has the best value, facts. Which car will have me feeling so confident that I'll just turn up the radio facts. And roll down the windows facts. And belt out show tunes, knowing full well that I cannot sing. Facts. Carfax is the answer. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Kentucky up on Troy, 8-point lead. Troy had this to within 1 point in the last couple minutes of that first half. Then a 10-0 Kentucky run to extend it. Big three towards the end of the first half by Jackson Fields of the Trojans just to keep this at bay. But it feels like Troy's had some opportunities. They haven't even taken advantage yet, and they're only down by 8 points.
Troy's had a ton of opportunities. They've had some shots they've missed because of the length of Kentucky, but they've also had some shots missed because of the choices they've made. And this is a team you can get more drive and kick, step-in rhythm threes rather than trying to constantly come off screens for those threes, because those are the threes that are there against Kentucky. Get in, touch the paint, get it kicked out. I think Troy has got to get into their misdirection actions a little bit. They've got to get some cleaner drives to the rim, pull them out, and Kentucky has just got to keep running on every shot miss, limit them to one shot, which they've done a decent job of. And then Kentucky, they've got 0 offensive rebounds in this game, even though the rebounds are tied at 19. Troy is right there. Both teams are fortunate to be where they are, because if Kentucky was making some of their shots and taking advantage of some of the opportunities they've had against Troy, they'd be up more. And Troy, if they get better looks, they'd be up.
All we know is we should have a fantastic second half in our third of 4 games from Milwaukee. Our halftime score, Kentucky 35, Troy 27. When we return, we'll have the start of the second half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, Your floor mats are cleaned and delivered. And your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
When the grass starts growing, it's time to get mowing with Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel mowers are built to get the job done. Shop in-store or online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel, let's go mow. Available for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
The Jeep Celebration event is your chance to start a brand new adventure with great deals on our legendary Go Anywhere, Do Anything SUVs, like the Grand Cherokee 4xE, our most capable Grand Cherokee ever, the Jeep Wrangler 4xE, our most capable Wrangler ever, or the Jeep Compass, our most affordable SUV. Hurry in for an exceptional offer during the Jeep Celebration event and let the adventure of a lifetime begin. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Westwood One presents Great Moments in Tournament History.
March 16th, 2012, a day that a pair of second seeds would like to soon forget. In Omaha, the 15-seeded Spartans of Norfolk State, number 2 Missouri, thanks to Kyle O'Quinn's 26 points and 14 rebounds. But that was just the appetizer. Less than 3 hours later in Greensboro, C.J. McCollum's 30 points led 15th-seeded Lehigh into tournament lore.
McCollum's second is good. 5-point Lehigh lead. 0.4 of a second to go. The inbounds pass to Benajay, and that is it. The Lehigh Mountain Hawks have knocked off the tower of strength that is Duke. For the second time today, a 15 seed knocks off a number 2.
The 5th and 6th times it had occurred since the field expanded in 1985. But happening the same day certainly makes the list for great moments in tournament history. I'm Kevin Kugler.
20 minutes up on the clock here from Milwaukee in the 3-14 matchup between Kentucky and Troy. It is Kentucky 35, Troy 27. Let's check the halftime stats, sponsored by Barbasol. Barbasol shaving cream delivers a thick lather and close, comfortable shave for half the price of gels. Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol. Well, it was Andrew Carr who really got things rolling for Kentucky in that first half. 4 for 4 in just under 16 minutes of action. 11 points, but also 2 early blocks. Otega Owe got into double figures quickly. He's got 10 points to go with 4 rebounds. 8 rebounds for Amari Williams, who also had the highlight of the first half on a coast-to-coast jam that resulted in a 3-point play. Jackson Fields leading the way with 7 points, along with 4 rebounds for Troy, 6 rebounds for Thomas Dowd, the big man, and Kentucky controlling the paint so far, 20-12 advantage in the painted area. Time now for the second half keys, sponsored by Wago. Trust your game, trust your wiring with Wago electrical connectors. Gear up at wago.com/hoops for your next electrical project. All right, Coach Crean, what do you have for us?
Well, number 12, Tatum Connerway, he is just too unselfish right now. His 3 turnovers have been because he's trying to make short passes in tight spaces. You can't do it. They've got to get him moving, not only at the top of the key, get him into some long closeouts off the wings. I think that is going to be key. And get good threes. Don't try to manufacture threes just off the screening actions. And then again, I keep saying it, get to those misdirection plays. They've not run them. Get downhill, drive the ball, try to get as many one-on-one situations. For Kentucky, pick up the activity defensively so you can get out in the break. They are so lethal when they can get that ball in Lamont Butler's hands to get out in the break, and keep running your offense through the high post, through the elbows and wings, because the cutting game has been there, because the Troy ball pressure, especially on Amari Williams, Garrison, and Carr, has not been very good at all. That's going to be key in this second half.
Kentucky shot the ball 14 of 28, 50% from the floor, but just 3 for 10 from downtown. Troy got up 5 more shots overall and 6 more three-point attempts but 33% from the floor, 4 of 16 from 3, and only 2 free throw attempts compared to the 6 for the Wildcats. That sees Kentucky up 35-27. Troy trying to do the unthinkable and take down Kentucky once again in an early round. We've seen that the last couple of years now for the Wildcats as they continue to try to showcase what they are now under first-year head coach Mark Pope. They had to weather the storm of injuries through the season. Lamont Butler back for this one, although he's been in single figures in 7 of his last 8 games played. Didn't play in the SEC tournament loss to Alabama heading into the NCAA tournament. And Troy seeing if they can find more of that offense. They did have some open looks that just didn't fall in that first half as well. So we've got 20 minutes on the clock. That means it's time now for the start of the second half, sponsored by Indeed.com. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed sponsored jobs feature helps you stand out and hire fast. Start at Indeed.com/credit. 8-point Kentucky lead as we get set to start the second half. And Scott Cross's team got off to that quick start, had a 1-point deficit in the waning moments of that first half before Kentucky went on a 10-0 run in just under 2 minutes of action. A couple of threes, including Andrew Carr's second of the night, helped to extend their lead to 12, or make it 11, I should say, which was their largest lead at 35-24 before the 3-ball by Fields helped stop the bleeding just a little bit. As Mark Pope will send out Brea, Butler, Carr, Williams, and Oweh. It'll be the Rigsby brothers along with Connerway, Dowd, and Fields for Scott Cross on the Troy side, as Kentucky will have the ball to start this second half from right to left.
So important right now, not only for Kentucky to get their offense established, but along with Connerway getting on the drives and actions, very important that Troy understands they can score inside. Create an angle, get the ball inside. When they've gone in on a post-up, they've done well. They've got to get more of that, and they've got to get more of it early.
Lamont Butler didn't play a ton of minutes in that first half. 13 minutes of action. We'll move it right to left and get things started for Kentucky's offense to begin the second half. Back cut for Oweh down the right alley. Swing it out left wing. Around the horn it goes. Brea on the right side. Extra feed, far side corner 3. Oweh sticks it. What a start to the second half for Kentucky. And they extend it back to 11.
And Troy came out in a diamond-and-one defense. They face-guarded Kobe Brea. And Kentucky did a great job of moving the ball, finding the open 3, the open man for Oweh.
38-27, drive down the right alley, and Connerway just clearing the space, draws the contact on Lamont Butler on the way up. He'll get 2 free throws with 19:23 to play.
Really important, and what you saw there on the Connerway play, he caught the ball on the right side, drove it baseline with his right hand. They're moving him around more now rather than just putting him in the top of the key area, and that is so important. You've got to move around your best player constantly. It's really important for Troy to do that so they can utilize plays like this to get into the foul line.
For all the great that Connerway does, shooting the basketball is not one of them. And the first free throw in and out halfway down. Witness history in the making. The U.S. women's national team faces off against Brazil in the first ever professional women's sporting event at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on Saturday, April 5th. To secure your seats, visit ussoccer.com/tickets. Connerway made the second, so he splits a pair, gets it back to a 10-point game. 38-28 Wildcats in front, and they've got it now in the front court, moving from right to left in the second half. In their white uniforms, Oweh hands it off Brea. Good rhythm on the right wing 3. Money! Too much space for Kobe Brea. It's 41-28 Kentucky.
Great set to get people high, got everybody up high. Both bigs were up high. Here comes Kobe Brea. They slide under, and he knocks down the open 3.
His first 3 of the night. He's had 3 or more in 14 games this season. Connerway straight away. He responds with a triple. 41-31. Troy right back at you.
Another action where they get caught under the screen. Connerway knocked it down from 3 at the top of the key.
Williams to the near side corner. It's Carr. Drive and kick. Brea on the replacement. Drives baseline with a left-handed drill. Bounce it inside. Williams floated just too strong. It didn't drop.
How about dunk the ball? All right? How about that? I mean, just dunk the ball. You're 7-1.
Miles Rigsby back the other way for Troy. Off the screen to his left from Fields. Fending off on Williams on the inside. Just got pushed off his spot from the left block. Now Connerway far side corner. Double crossover. Drive middle. Spin left. Kick near side corner. It's a 3 for Fields. It's short. And the weak side rebound still loose. And finally scooped up by Carr for Kentucky. Butler up ahead. Williams running rim to rim. And he missed the layup. Back to back inside. Troy back the other way. No real numbers. They'll slow it down. Rigsby with Conaway late to recover.
Throw it in there. You're going to get a foul. Throw it in. I don't know why people don't throw the ball more in when somebody's disappointed like Amari Williams is right now.
Instead of left wing three, way too strong from Rigsby, but the long offensive rebound down near side corner. He stepped out of bounds on the near sideline as he was lining up for a triple. Turnover with 17:40 to play, and Kentucky up by 10 will get it back.
The psychology of the game, Noah, Amari Williams misses 2 layups. He didn't mean to miss them, but he's down. He was the last guy back. He's in the post standing straight up. All Jackson Fields had to do was seal him under the rim. He's going to get a foul or a bucket.
Some light full court pressure here, broken easily by Kentucky as they move it right to left. Carr, drive, kick, Oweh, thought about the three, pumped, drive middle with a left-handed dribble, outside left wing three. That's short from Butler, and it poked off the head of Marcus Rigsby Jr. and out of bounds back to Kentucky in front of their own bench.
Far too many one-hand attempts to rebound the ball for both of these teams. Right now, that's what cost Troy the basketball. If they go with 2 hands on that instead of tapping it with 1, they're keeping it.
So changes now for Scott Cross and Troy. Marcus Rigsby will go to the bench, as will Thomas Dow. Theo Sang and Cooper Campbell will check in. With 7:21 to play, 10-point Kentucky lead with the basketball. Skip pass, Brea thought about the left wing three. Instead it's Butler driving middle. Kick to the near side corner. Oweh tried to get baseline, got cut off initially into traffic. Good defense by Troy, forced the miss. Offensive rebound. Williams gave it up, and Oweh finishes it off with the right hand.
Good play. Oweh stayed in there, attacked the rim. Good grab by Amari Williams. That shows the adeptness he has to throw a quick pass like that to Oweh under the rim.
43-31, Kentucky in front. Just under 17 to play. On the left wing, Sang just past top of the key. Conaway rejects the screen to his right, moving to his left instead. He lost it, out of bounds. Last touch by Kentucky. On the baseline, it'll stay with Troy.
Conaway loves to drive. He loves to get into your body. He gets fouled in the Sun Belt because he'll drive into your lower body. But right now, he's trying to go places that it's too tight and congested. It was his problem in the first half. It's a problem right now. He needs more space to operate, so he has a chance to beat his man, not try to drive into his man.
Trent Noah back on the floor. He got minutes in the first half. He's only played in 21 of the 33 games this season. At tournament time, you go deep in the rotation. Left wing three, finds nylon for Troy. It's Theo Sang extending his range, and it's 43-34. Troy back within 9 with 16 and a half to play.
Beautiful catch and shoot, stepped in with his left foot. Theo Sang from Davis, California.
Oweh dancing on Campbell on the outside. Williams short corner near side, drives middle, kick it to the outside, extra pass, Noah far side corner, airball to three. Troy with a stop, now looking to push in transition left to right. Miles Rigsby, the only Rigsby on the floor right now. 4 minutes gone, second half. Rigsby looking to drive right. He's got the switch with Williams. Wants to go right to work at the big man. Floats it up. Oh! Williams volleyball spike. Conaway right place, right time, has it far side corner. 10 to shoot, step back three. Way too strong. The weak side rebound falls to Amari Williams.
Peyton Conaway, you've got Trent Noah on you, driving to the basket.
Williams looking to go coast to coast again, and he draws the foul on the way up. Takes a hit on the way down, but 2 free throws when we return. Timeout on the floor, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. Kentucky 43, Troy 34. Wildcat free throws coming up next. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, get 2.99% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
I used to lack confidence until I shopped for a used car with Carfax.
With Carfax, I was able to...
Pause for the facts.
I saw all the facts, like millions of cars, reported vehicle histories, and found the best values. Thanks to Carfax, I had the confidence to shop like a pro.
Facts.
A pro car shopper who feels like a winning ping pong champion.
Facts.
A ping pong champ whose legendary story is now a blockbuster movie.
Facts.
Starring me, Little Miss Confident.
Yeah! Facts.
Sorry, you get it. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, get 2.99% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Santa Fe, Tucson, or Elantra. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Grainger courtside seats in Milwaukee. Gain a winning edge for your business with Grainger. Get fast delivery of industrial-grade supplies to help keep your operations going when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. 43-34, Kentucky in front of Troy with 15:41 to play. And Troy, it just feels like still, all things considered, the way they played this game to only be down by 9, the opportunities are going to be there down the stretch in the second half.
Absolutely. I mean, they're really not playing that well, in all honesty, Noah, because they're forcing some shots that aren't there. Connerway has not taken advantage of some of his matchups, but they're getting great movement, which is what you've got to do against Kentucky. If they can get a little more, they can get to the rim. They just got to be, they can't settle for these shots, but they're doing a great job on the glass. They're up 1 right now on the glass. They've done a great job of keeping Kentucky off the offensive glass. And actually, it's in their advantage when Amari Williams starts trying to do more himself, because that means the ball's not in Butler and Brea's hands.
Williams to the free throw line where he shoots 64%, and the first one is short. You can listen to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament for free on the Varsity Network app. Listen to every game live or on demand. Download the Varsity Network app now and search NCAA Championships. Another miss. Empty trip again at the free throw line for Amari Williams. Keeps it at a 9-point game. Troy with the basketball with 15.5 to play. Valdez leaves at top of the key. Gets it right back from Sang on the outside. Hot potato-like movement with the basketball right now. Valdez will finally put it on the deck. Drive. Around it goes. Miles Rigsby on the right wing with 8 on the shot clock. Had it knocked away initially by Owe. Gets it back to the near side corner for Sang. Pump fake. Drive middle. Just had it engulfed inside by Noah and then taken away on a shot clock violation. Carr couldn't completely control the possession, but they do force the turnover and keep the 9-point lead.
See, they're playing too tight right now because Kentucky is very, very aggressive on the ball, bordering on fouling. And because they're playing so close to the three-point line, they get away with it. You've got to get some space, pull them back if you're Troy right now, get your offense a little bit higher like you had early in this game to start the game, and at some point, you've got to go after Amari Williams inside.
Owe moves it right to left for Kentucky. Brandon Garrison is on the floor as Williams will take a seat. Noah driving kick, way too much space. Left wing, Brea just comes up short. That's a sigh of relief for that Troy defense. Now they're running from left to right. Dowd back in the game, down the left alley, tried to spin, got caught up there. Oh, they lost him for a moment and then blocked. Carr with his third. 14:40 to play. The Wildcats recover the loose ball with a 9-point lead. Into the front court, Owe. In and out dribble. Looking to drive middle. Stops about 20 feet out. Pops straight away. Too strong. And the rebound in traffic falls to Dowd for Troy. Left to right moving. Valdez steps into a straightaway 3. Off the heel, and the rebound yanked down by Owe.
This is like a pickup game, Noah, with the jump shots these teams are taking. There's no flow to it. There's no plan to it right now. The team that figures out how to attack in the half-court offense right now is going to be the one that's going to either pull away or get back in the game if you're Troy.
Carr drives down the right alley. Oh, he took the elevator to the top floor. Andrew Carr with a big finish with the right hand, and Kentucky leads 45-34.
Great kick out. The ball touched the paint, got thrown back out to Andrew Carr in the right slot. Gets the ball off the right-hand dribble, slam, dunk.
Troy gets an offensive rebound inside off the miss from Valdez. Fields keeps it alive for the Trojans. Meanwhile, Carr still a perfect 5 for 5 from the floor with 13. Campbell, oh, what a pass on the drive and kick. Right wing 3. It goes! Miles Rigsby. Book it. 45-37.
Just keep attacking off the dribble. Good things happen. I'm shocked, Noah, how little effort Kentucky puts on that offensive glass. There's a reason they don't have many. They don't go hard to the offensive glass. That's in Troy's favor right now.
Only 2 offensive rebounds and now a rip away. Cooper Campbell got his hand in the cookie jar. Up ahead, Rigsby attacks. Carr nearly another block. Instead it's a foul.
I'm glad it was called underneath. John Gaffney had that call, didn't make it. He was going to pass on that. Fortunately, Barack saw that in the basket area because that would have been the wrong deal not to call a foul on that drive.
So 5 blocks for Kentucky in this game, but a good aggressive take by Miles Rigsby. And now the sophomore, who averaged 12 points per game, he was the Sun Belt Freshman of the Year last year, where he averaged 11.3. Will get 2 at the free throw line with a chance to make this a 6-point Troy deficit with 13:07 to play.
This is the most uncomfortable 8-point lead I've seen in forever. And you can see it. Mark Pope is over there thinking, he's contemplating, but he cannot feel good.
First one goes down for Rigsby. Later on, we'll select the smart coaching move of the day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. O'Reilly.
We're going to lose him. We're going to lose him before Sunday. You're going to have a contract.
One more free throw, and Rigsby goes 2 for 2. It just feels like you blink, and Kentucky went from having a double-digit advantage to having it trimmed to 6. It's 45-39 with 13 minutes to play.
This may sound crazy, but Kentucky is playing the way Troy wants them to play, with the exception of that last action where Andrew Carr drove the ball.
Chandler left wing 3. Right in the game, right in the scoring column as he laces the triple. Big shot, 48-39, back to a 9-point lead for Kentucky.
Carr got it in the middle against the press, created the pass to Chandler, wide open 3. That is not what Troy needs.
12:40 to play. Valdez tried to lob it up, knocked away by Garrison. Ball is still loose on the deck, out of bounds off Troy. Conaway got to it first, but he was on the sideline, and Scott Cross and his coaching staff on the Troy side are incensed with the call.
And I hate when the other official won't even give the head coach the courtesy of saying one thing or the other, just dropping his head, not saying anything back. I hate that stuff. Let them know what you saw, too, even if you're not going to change the call.
Marcus Rigsby will check in for Cooper Campbell, who has provided some really solid minutes off the bench here tonight for Troy. Trailing by 9, 12:37 to play. Feels like one of these sides is ready to erupt at some point. We'll see if Kentucky can make it happen now on the offensive end with Colin Chandler in the game after he made that last 3. It's Butler off the screen to his left, driving to his right, into the paint. Jump stop, bounce pass, Garrison inside, drop step, and finish with a left hand off the glass. 50-39.
Great play by Lamont Butler to get into the paint, not panic, pivot, drop it off to Garrison for the layup.
Approaching 12 minutes to play. It's back to an 11-point cushion for the Wildcats. Foul on extended far side, now back to the top of the key for Conaway. 2-man game with Fields on the outside. Conaway off a screen to his left, fending off on Chandler. Step through at the free throw line, hooked it inside on a no-look. Fields had to save it last second. Garrison takes it away. It's numbers for Kentucky if they hurry right to left. Garrison leaves it. Brea outside. Chandler right wing, and he's fouled on a 3. He missed it off the window, but he'll get 3 free throws when we return. 11:47 to play with a timeout on the court. Kentucky leads 50-39 with a chance to extend it. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have you filled out your bracket yet? Have you filled it out and have you joined our group yet? To track all the way through every single live stream that we do here on Toronto Sports Insider for March Madness. Get your brackets in now. They lock Thursday before the first game tips off. So make sure you click that link that is pinned in the chat. And while you're at it and we've got your attention, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. We're trying to grow an awesome community here and hit 100,000 subscribers. Please help us get there. We'll be live every single game of March Madness. See you back in the chat.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected! Also, you forgot to renew your website domain and now you're in a bidding war!
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room and now everything smells weird!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
11-point Kentucky lead with just under 12 to play. Let's check some of the numbers. Sponsored by GoodRx. Check GoodRx for simple, smart savings on weight loss medications and other prescriptions at GoodRx.com. Kentucky shooting the ball 49% from the floor and 38% on 6 of 16 from 3. But Andrew Carr has been the offensive spark that they've needed. Now double digits in 5 of his last 6, including tonight. His 9th consecutive start. He's got 13 points on 5 for 5 shooting. Tatum Conaway is in double figures for Troy. 10 points. He does have 3 fouls, 2 rebounds. And the Trojans just 7 of 23, 30% from three-point range. They rely on defense, or certainly did for most of this season. And now they're going to have to find a way to lock in defensively the rest of the way with under 12 to play, as Kentucky's going to the free throw line with Colin Chandler getting 3 at the charity stripe.
You said it right about Andrew Carr. He plays with such poise. He never rushes. You know, he can make threes. He can get to the rim. He's tough and strong. They almost have to play through him more. We saw the drive. We saw the kick to Chandler for the 3. He's really the guy right now that's instigating the best offense for Kentucky. And he's out of the game now, but they can't play out without him long if they want to pull away in this game.
Oh, you say Colin Chandler. Wow, he's got a great high school career, over 1,500 high school points. And then you look at his 2 teammates, fellow freshman Travis Perry, after he made the second free throw, scored 5,481 high school points, 7th most all time. Trent Noah scored 3,707 as Chandler goes 3 for 3. So you're saying 1,500, you couldn't do better than that?
I know it. Could you imagine these two in some FIBA 3-on-3?
Yeah.
With the way they score?
Oh, man.
They may be Olympians someday together.
53-39 now. Kentucky has opened up its largest lead at 14 with 11.5 to play. On the right wing, Fields got caught up without his dribble. Leave it for Miles Rigsby on the outside. Off the screen to his left. Finds his brother. Marcus's 3. In and out from the left wing. And an uncontested rebound pulled in by Garrison. Kentucky with a chance to step on the neck right here. Approaching the midway point of the second half. Butler moves it across from right to left. Cross, drive right. Hop step, kick out. Brea, left wing, down the left alley. Extra feed. Chandler, pump, step back. Corner 3, near side is pure. Colin Chandler providing major offense off the bench. It's 56-39 on a personal run.
He is playing fantastic. Great sidestep out of that left corner. Compact shot fake, great feet, great follow through.
11-0 Kentucky run, 56-39 advantage. Now does Troy have any sort of answer with under 11 to play? The fend-off, offensive foul. Miles Rigsby extended the off-arm, picks it up, and a turnover for the Trojans.
He did, because they're playing so tight to Troy right now. And again, because they're playing so inside the three-point line, that time inside the elbow, it's like target practice right there. Kobe Bryant was right where he needed to be. There was no separation. There was no forcing him to change his feet. Stayed right in position with the ball.
Harrison inbounds 94 feet away for Lamont Butler. Gets some light pressure from Marcus Rigsby. He breaks through, no problem. Right to left, now 20 on the shot clock on the near side. Butler hesitates. Taking pop. Garrison left wing. For 3! He cashes in. 59-39. It's a 20-point Kentucky advantage on a 14-0 run.
3 threes in the free throws, and they're all wide open. Chandler comes in and changes the momentum of the game.
Conaway drives middle. Extra feed right wing, Dowd, 3-ball, air ball. Rebound saved by Conaway off the back of his own teammate, but a foul is going to be called first against Kentucky. The Wildcats are starting to roar, but Garrison will pick up the loose ball foul with 9:58 to play and a 20-point Kentucky advantage. No Eagle and Tom Crean here at our Grainger courtside seats in Milwaukee. Stay on top of your game with Grainger. Get industrial-grade products right when you need them to help your business move forward when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. Kentucky putting it on a 14-0 run in the last 2:57. They've made their last 5 from the floor. Meanwhile, 3 turnovers in the last 3 minutes for Troy. They haven't scored in over 3 minutes. They've missed 7 of their last 8 from the field. And they're going to take another look at this last play and what was a foul called on Brandon Garrison with 9:58 to play. So we'll see what the officials...
Well, Garrison definitely argued the call. He did not feel that he did. So we're going to see what they find. It took them long enough to decide to do that review, but obviously you'd rather have it right than have it wrong. So John Gaffney and Todd Austin head over to the scorer's table to take another look at it. Tonight's broadcast of the 2025 NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Well, what they're looking at right now is the shot went up. There was a little push in between Garrison and Fields. But then as the shot was up on the rim, Fields did a 2-hand shove in the high back. Sometimes you can get away with it in the low back. He got him in the high back right above the numbers between the 10 and the name. 2-hand shove. Ball gets thrown back off of Fields because he's in that position. I think we're going to see a foul called on Fields.
And we'll see if they would upgrade that potentially. Flagrant 1 would have to be excessive or unnecessary.
It's close. It's absolutely close because he had a 2-hand shove. There was already pushing, and both guys were involved in the pushing, but that 2-hand shove high in the back, that could easily turn into excessive.
And this could be deemed as the non-basketball play version of the F1. And that's what you hear all the time, the terminology used, because this just didn't feel like your typical shove at the end. That
no, exactly.
Extra on top of what was just battling for a loose ball.
And the more we see another replay, I'm not sure Garrison got his money's worth really even pushing and shoving.
After review, there was a common foul called on the court. Immediately following that with a live ball, 15, flagrantly 1 pushed. Kentucky player out of bounds. We have 2 shots, and ball will be based on the baseline. Thank you.
It's absolutely the right call. Great job by the officials. When it happened in real time, we couldn't see it. We were kind of blocked out on it. We get the fortunate view of this replay. It is obvious.
So they make the correct call. The flagrant 1 foul goes against Jackson Fields, and it's gone from bad to worse for the Trojans, who had been hanging around, playing with a lot of heart, playing free basketball, but snap your fingers. Kentucky right now feels inevitable the way that they've put some points on the board over the last 3 minutes.
Well, here in front of us, Fields is looking at somebody in the crowd, and he's pointing, and he's absolutely right. He caught an elbow in the chin. In the view of it, I think it was because the force of how he was being pushed. I'm not trying to judge intent here, but because of how he was being pushed, there was no choice but the arm to come back. It happened. It's not like the hit in the chin to Fields initiated the push from Fields. It came after that push happened, but they're going to have to do a great job right now because Fields is not happy, nor is this Troy team.
Well, Garrison made the first but missed the second technical. It's 60-39 Kentucky with 9:58 to play. As Oweh will check back into the game for the Wildcats, as will Amari Williams. Garrison will hear it from the Kentucky faithful by the bench. He gave them some really hard-earned minutes and was a big reason for this 15-0 run.
Now, the psychology of the game is if you go into Fields, if you're Scott Crossman, you come back on this other end and try to get something made up by getting a foul on Amari Williams, whoever is guarding him.
Almanor in the game for Kentucky, driving, kick, and a reload now. 35 feet away to Oweh on the near side. Top of the key, Amari Williams. Swing past Chandler, another 3 in the corner. This time it falls short from the far side. The weak side rebound into the hands of Dowd for Troy.
They're going to get a foul. Good play.
Conaway with a bounce inside. Rigsby didn't go up right away, so Conaway tries the straightaway 3. That's in and out. And the rebound up for grabs. Dowd, another offensive board. Second chance for Troy. Marcus Rigsby on the right wing, puts it on the deck, bounce it for Fields at the top of the key, working on Amari Williams. 10 to shoot. Here's Miles Rigsby with a pump, drive middle, spin away from Williams. 6 to shoot, top of the key, couple of crosses, 3 to shoot, near side corner 3, down well short, an air ball into the hands of Almanor. Kentucky's defense is locked in. Their offense has followed suit, and with 9 minutes to play, they lead 60-39 with the basketball.
And Troy is playing right into their hands by playing an offense right now that is college three-point line and in. It's just too congested, which plays right to the length and the physical size that Kentucky has and the positional size that they have.
Butler, far side corner 3, falls off the front iron. Kentucky still 5 for 10 from 3 in this second half. An offensive rebound squirts to the outside for Owe. And now a reload with Butler on the right wing with 13 on the shot clock, 8.5 to play. 60-39, Wildcats advantage, driving left, Butler, stop, up and under, lost it, got it back, far side corner, 3 to shoot, Owe floats it up, missed it with the left hand, long rebound tapped into the hands of Miles Rigsby, left to right, here comes Troy, on the left wing, Dowd, pump, drive middle, a nice pump fake in the lane, and then he just lost his footing, trying to get past Amari Williams, who boards it, 5-on-4, deep right wing 3, Chandler no, offensive rebound, Owe is fouled on the way back up. 8:04 to play. He'll get 2 more free throws and a 21-point Kentucky lead.
Colin Chandler is feeling like, you know what? He heard you say that his teammates in the freshman class have all those points. Yeah, he's trying to get there right now. He is, but he's open. It's crazy how open he is. He's made the threes. He got fouled on the three-point shot. He's wide open. Got to get matched up in transition right now if you're Troy. Much better than what you have.
Chandler only shooting 29% from 3 on the season, but he's proven he's more than capable. He also had 11 points recently against LSU on March 4th as the first free throw is off the mark for Owe. Be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio with the NCAA Experience official ticket and hospitality packages. Official NCAA hospitality includes live entertainment, upscale food stations, and beverages. Appearances by NCAA legends and much more. To be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio, visit ncaa.com/VIP. 8:04 to play. Owe will get 1 more free throw. He's been quiet after the quick start, just 15. Now give him 16 points after splitting a pair at the line. It's 61-39, 8 minutes to play on a 16-0 Kentucky run, their largest lead. Darius Jones back in for Troy, as is Theo saying. A right wing 3, Campbell too strong, weak side rebound. It's Jones on the offensive board, left block, puts his back to Williams, couple of pumps, kick out for Campbell, he calls for the screen. Now rejects it on Jones, moving to his left. Picks up his dribble, shovel it outside. Conaway tried to sneak it around Williams, it got deflected right back to him, and he finds it the right place, right time on the right block. Banks it home, ends a 16-0 Kentucky run, and makes it 61-41 Wildcats with 7.5 to play.
I love Conaway's game. It's just so hard to get things done consistently against that size of Kentucky when you're playing inside the elbows and inside the three-point line.
Troy forced the turnover. Now Rigsby lines up and knocks down a right wing 3. Miles Rigsby from the outside, 61-44. Troy within back-to-back buckets, gets it to 17.
Yeah, it's not over yet. Kentucky got back like it was over. There was no matchup in transition. They jogged back.
7 minutes to play. Perry, another freshman, his left wing 3, way too strong. And then, a battle between teammates, and Dowd and Conaway, Sang and Conaway were actually going for the basketball. Neither corralled. It went out of bounds. It'll stay with Kentucky after the break. There's a timeout on the court. 61-44 Kentucky advantage. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue. But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha!
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
O'Reilly. You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
To win in basketball takes a can-do spirit. So shave with Barbasol and inspire your team. Raise that red, white, and blue can and yell, "We can do this." If it doesn't work, you still got a great shave. Barbasol, it's a can of can-do.
Your life, your goals, your legacy. With a dedicated Fidelity advisor, it's all part of a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championship.
This is Mike Tirico. Join us for exclusive coverage of the Masters this April on Channel 92 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Kentucky 61, Troy 44, 6:48 to play. Winner plays the winner of the final game here in Milwaukee on day one of this first weekend of the NCAA tournament at this site. Xavier in Illinois, our final game. Robinhood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at robinhood.com/gold. So a 17-point game, back-to-back buckets from Troy to just keep things interesting. Then they got the stop, but they couldn't secure the defensive rebounds. And Kentucky's going to get it back with 20 on the shot clock, inbounding under their own basket. You got Brea back on the floor. Garrison, who provided a punch. Trent Noah is out there, along with Andrew Carr, and the inbounder, Lamont Butler, sends it over the top of the defense to the top of the key. Garrison shovel it right back to Butler. Zone defense here on a little matchup zone for Troy. Good ball movement to the middle of it. At the free throw line, Garrison had it ripped by Conaway. Left to right, he'll move behind the back pass, a little too fancy, and put it in front of Theo Sang, his big man running with him, out of bounds.
I love that Conaway is so unselfish. I love that he's got that attitude, but I hate it tonight because you have to take advantage. You're the best player on your team. You have got to attack the rim, not overpass, go to the rim, force the fouls. Boy, he's got a great attitude. I bet his teammates love playing with him, but Kentucky basketball, right to left, Carr clearing space, but he just airmailed that floater a little too strong to the weak side. Rebound pulled in by Jones for Troy. Gets it to Rigsby, left to right. Oh, what a move! He goes down the left alley, hangs in the air, up and under, reverse finish, and Miles Rigsby has a chance for three as Troy has it back to within 15, 61-46. And if Conaway just takes the layup last trip down, all of a sudden it's 13, right? And there's still 6:12 to go. And it's going to be tough against this type of length, but you never know. That's why you don't waste opportunities, especially 2-on-1s.
Oweh back in. Trent Noah will sit. So Oweh, Brea, Butler all on the floor with Carr and Garrison. And now Miles Rigsby will go to the free throw line with a chance for one more. Conaway, Rigsby, Sang, Jones, and Campbell, the five for Scott Cross and Troy. Short on the free throw from Rigsby, so he can't complete the three-point play. 61-46, Kentucky with a lead in the basketball, approaching 6 minutes to play. Butler on the left wing off the screen to his left. Crossover back right. Goes right into Jones. Stopped. Had it stripped. Behind the back pass. Taken away. Another lazy pass, this time from Kentucky. Bounce it. Oh, no look from Conaway. Inside. Rigsby running the floor. Lays it in with the right hand. And it's 61-48. Troy back within 13.
You're a point guard like Lamont Butler. That's unacceptable when you're that good, played the basketball that he's played. That had no chance of being made. Good timeout by Mark Pope because Kentucky has gotten sloppy quickly.
It's a 9-0 Troy run over the last minute 46. And a timeout with 5:39 to play. Kentucky 61, Troy 48. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
After battling through the brackets, one team gets the chance to climb the iconic Warner ladder. The final net cutting is the culmination of all the hard work and effort it took to reach this moment. And getting here puts these players and coaches in rare air. It's the same for all the trade professionals working from 20 feet to 20 stories. Every day they challenge themselves to conquer new heights. And Warner is the brand they trust to have their backs. Warner, the #1 pro ladder and official ladder of NCAA March Madness.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Tomorrow's road, unpaved, unmapped, uncertain. But it's also where we discover what we can truly count on. Like the 2027 X15 engine by Cummins. With better fuel efficiency, up to 605 horsepower, and 2,050 pound-feet of torque. The X15 is a bedrock of reliability that stands forever ready to rise to the occasion. The 2027 X15, forever rising. Estimates based on preliminary testing. Individual results may vary.
61-48, Kentucky in front, but a 9-0 Troy run to narrow the gap a little bit as we check out the schedule of tournament games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by the 2027 X15 engine from Cummins. Featuring better fuel efficiency, immense power, and backed by 25-plus years of experience, the 2027 X15 is built to rise above the challenges of tomorrow. The X15 forever rising as we continue in Milwaukee. Xavier and Illinois will duke it out to wrap up our Friday action here at Fiserv Forum. And then on Sunday, the winners in our last two games. We've got Iowa State taking on Ole Miss. And these two, it'll be either Kentucky or Troy against Xavier or Illinois. If Troy can storm a furious comeback, they've already started here after going down by 22. We saw North Carolina nearly come back from a 22-point deficit in our second game. We'll see if Troy can do the same. We're looking to trap Oweh on the outside, who bounces it for Brea. Half the shot clock gone on the left wing. Extra bounce to the near side corner. Carr looks to attack with a right-handed dribble. Gets to the free throw line. Inside, Williams. Oh, he missed another layup. His fourth missed layup tonight. Troy looking to run. Campbell to the rim with the English no. Offensive rebound. A lot of contact and a jump ball staying with Troy. 5:11 of play. Amari Williams was all alone under the basket and didn't jam it.
How many times have we said that, Noah? It's I'm not even coaching him and not invested. It's frustrating watching him. He plays with one hand too much. He could dunk the ball. It's crazy to me. He couldn't have jumped 10 inches off the floor on that play. Just go up and slam the ball. It's crazy.
Campbell inbounds baseline far side. Gets it back on the relocation at the top of the key. 5 minutes to play. They're going to enter it for Jones on the right block. Goes right into the chest of Carr. Floats it up too strong. Williams secures the rebound for Kentucky. 5 minutes remaining here in Milwaukee. 61-48 lead for Kentucky with a basketball right to left. Oweh on the outside. 16 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists for their star. Now it's Butler on the right wing. Knocked out of bounds. Nice hands by Cooper Campbell with 15 on the shot clock. Kentucky in their last 10 possessions, 0 for 7 and 3 turnovers. As Jones will sit for Troy, and Jackson Fields, who had that flagrant one earlier in the second half, will check back in.
Well, Fields back in gives them a legitimate guy that can come over his shoulder, especially his left shoulder, and score if they'll go into him. And he's missed some opportunities tonight to just keep the ball. Instead of the handoff, just go.
Brea left wing three, rattles home off the bounce. Kobe Brea, that sweet stroke from downtown, makes it 64-48 with 4.5 to play.
He is so dependable making those threes. He's always ready to shoot. Great answer.
Conaway, a deep one, is an air ball, maybe grazed the front iron from the right wing, and then a leak out. Oway behind the defense. The baseball pass all the way down the floor from Williams, and Oway does the rest, hanging on rims to make it 66-48.
You can understand why his older brother Dafe Oway plays for the Baltimore Ravens on the defensive end. That is an athlete right there when Oway is moving.
Straight away logo three, a little too strong from Sang, and now settling Troy offensively with a couple of bad shots has allowed for Kentucky to re-extend the lead, currently at 18. Under 4 to play.
Yeah, now you're in absolutely no rush with Kentucky. You want to get this down into the shot clock. It's either layups, post-ups, or get somewhere around the 8-second mark and go, where Kentucky has actually been good inside the last 8 seconds in the SEC.
Butler cross, drive middle, kick it near side corner. Carr, three. Too strong, long rebound up for grabs, and Butler gets to it first. Second chance for Kentucky. Finds the cutter. Oway rises up. What a finish. Otega Oway can fly. Puts it in with the right hand off the window. He's got 20. Timeout Troy. Kentucky leads by 20. 68-48 with 3:21 to play.
You talk about going through the chest. Otega Oway went through the chest on that drive. That might have replaced the Amari Williams dunk for me as the play of the day in this game.
Timeout with 3:21 to play, 68-48 Kentucky in front. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, Spruce, Spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets.
What's up, insiders? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight for the first four. The tournament is here. March Madness is here. The craziness is here. Don't forget, hit that like button down below and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat hanging out with us, cheering on your favorite team, or if you've got any bets on the game, let us know. We'll see you back in the chat. Thanks for being here. Good luck to your team.
Pre-approval there, financing somewhere else. Now Rocket is giving every home one address. Rocket.com, a single seamless homeownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, and refinance your home. Everything you need, all under one roof. Visit Rocket.com, the new home for all things homeownership. Rocket, own the dream.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
68-48, Kentucky in front of Troy with 3:21 to play in the second half. Let's check the attendance. Sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals from hundreds of your local favorites all week. Order now on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. There are 16,901 in attendance here in Milwaukee at Fiserv Forum as Kentucky looks to put the finishing touches on what has been an impressive second half performance. Some dips as Troy got back into it, but after the 9-0 Troy run, Kentucky has responded with 7 straight points for themselves.
Well, good things happen when Andrew Carr's on the floor, when Kobe Brea gets the ball and open shots, and Colin Chandler came in and just played fantastic and broke this game open.
3:15 to play. Troy basketball on the front court on the right wing. Cooper Campbell gets a screen on a pick and pop. It's going to be Fields straight away for 3, too strong off the heel, and the long rebound falls right into the chest of Colin Chandler. It's been one of those second half stars as he'll move it from right to left. 3 minutes to play. Kentucky by 20. Winner faces the winner of the final game here tonight, Xavier and Illinois in Milwaukee. Brea gets a screen to his right from Williams. Picks up his dribble 25 feet out, bounces at Williams, top of the key. 8 to shoot, trying to get it back to the cutting Brea, and it's out of bounds off of Troy.
Very fortunate on that pass. Amari Williams straight up throws it. He's got great intentions, but the deflection allows Kentucky to keep it.
Chandler inbounds baseline far side. Dangerous pass does reach Carr. He'll drive to his right, spin to his left, shovel it inside. Extra pass. Finally, Williams attacking the rack with a major two-handed flush. 70-48. Kentucky in front, matching their largest lead.
Shows you what he's capable of, doesn't it, Noah? When he goes up with two hands like that, phenomenal.
2:25 to play. Rigsby got caught up, back outside. Fields looking to drive with his right hand, knocked away. Turnover. Chandler scoops it up for Kentucky. Up ahead, Brea, rhythm, right wing three. Kaboom! Kobe Brea cans another triple. It's all Wildcats in the final minutes. 73-48. A 12-0 Kentucky run with 2 minutes to play. Troy has missed 6 in a row. They have it in the front court here. Connerway, the Sun Belt Player of the Year, has been quieted in this second half. Miles Rigsby drives right, got the bump, puts it up and in off the window. Using that right hand, sneaky to find his spot, and now a chance for 3 with 1:49 to play.
He almost hit the top of the board, let alone the top of the square on that drive. That was really nice. Good finish.
He put that up to the rafters. And now Kentucky's going to clear the bench a little bit. Let Big Blue Nation support their starters as they head to the bench. As Carr will hear it, Owe will hear it, Brea will hear it. Connerway now goes to the Troy bench for what is likely the final time in his collegiate career.
Now I want to see Walker Horn and Grant Derbyshire. Walk-ons for Kentucky. Walker Horn I've known since birth. His dad, Darren, is the head coach at Northern Kentucky. I coached him at Western Kentucky. He worked for me here in our first 4 years at Marquette. I'll feel good about it. I want to see something myself right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to be selfish. Not that I have anything to do with it.
Well, those two have played a combined 5 games this year, but still some time here with 1:40 left. It's 73-51, Kentucky in front of Troy with the basketball. Garrison is on the floor and has it on his right hip on the left wing. Puts it on the deck. He's got a size mismatch against Campbell. Hands it off for Almanor. Here's a right wing three, short off the hands of Perry. And the rebound pulled in by Dowd for Troy. 1:20 to play. And Valdez cutting down the right alley, floats it up and in, plus the foul. Victor Valdez with another bucket makes it 73-53 with a chance for one more. 1:17 to play.
We certainly haven't been able to say Victor Valdez's name enough this second half. We said it in the first, but a good finish for him. That's his last bucket here. It's a very good play. He'll remember. Started 12 of 31 games as a freshman. Started just 3 games this year as a sophomore. Saw a little bit of a dip in his shooting percentages, but good size at his position. International experience coming from Mexico. He misses the free throw, hit every part of the rim before it falls into the hands of Garrison. And now Kentucky moving into the front court, approaching a minute to play with a 20-point cushion. Perry leaves it for Chandler, 2 freshmen playing catch. Now Chandler at the midcourt logo, screen to his left from Almanor. And he just lost the basketball, turns it over. Dowd tracks it down, left to right, up ahead. Oh, nice streak to the rim from Cooper Campbell. He got ahead of the defense and lays it in off the window. Timeout called with 56.3 seconds remaining. It's 73-55. And that was just to get some substitutions in the game. We'll quickly keep it rolling as Cameron Mitchell Jr. will check in for Troy for the first time. They'll also get Carrington Keel in the game, as well as Braden Whitaker. And Valdez stays out there along with Bellamy. Troy got this to within 13 with a 9-0 run. We welcome those of you just joining us across our network. It is 73-55 Kentucky. Make it 75-55 Kentucky as Brandon Garrison vacuumed in the offensive rebound and now has a chance for 3. And Tom Crean might get his wish here. There it is, Walker Horn. Grant Derbyshire, that is fantastic. Zach Tao from Madisonville, Kentucky. Walker Horn getting in a game.
You're saying you coached his dad?
I coached his dad at Western Kentucky. I did, as an assistant coach. I recruited him. He played for us at Western Kentucky. Might still be the all-time winner at Western Kentucky. He's right there. Also was the head coach at Western Kentucky before he moved down to South Carolina. If I'm not mistaken, Walker was born right here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Meanwhile, the free throw does go for Garrison, so cool to see both coaches getting extra guys into an NCAA tournament game. Troy now with what is likely going to be their final offensive possession with 32 seconds on the clock. Caught up in the corner. Nice find inside and a jam. Bellamy rises up with two hands and stuffs it home. 76-57. Shot clock off with 25 seconds remaining. Perry into the front court. Will dribble it out. Now he leaves it on the far side of the court. It'll go to Grant Derbyshire.
Come on, let Walker Horn get a shot in his hometown. Let him get that ball. He's back home. At least he'll hold the ball for the end. Good for him.
He'll let it wind all the way down. Zeros on the clock. A really impressive second half effort from the Kentucky Wildcats after a tough finish to their season last year as a 3 seed, losing to Oakland in the first round of the tournament. It will not happen this year as the 3rd seeded Wildcats beat the Trojans of Troy 76-57 to advance the round of 32 in Milwaukee. Owe with 20 points. Brea ends up with 13. Carr has 13 himself. It's time now to select the player of the game, sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better. Remember, only doorbuster deals. Shop those limited time savings before they're gone. Lowe's, they help you save. Coach, who do you got? Lowe's.
I got Andrew Carr. I mean, there was some good play from other guys, but Andrew Carr from start to finish, he came out on the attack. When the game could have gone another way, he makes a great drive to the basket off the left side. When they brought the pressure out of a basket from Troy, he gets the ball in the middle, swings it to Colin Chandler. He makes his first 3. Andrew Carr was a stabilizer for this team. He's been that way all year, and you could really see it up close tonight, and I just love the way that he played.
So Owe, Carr, Brea, big minutes off the bench from Colin Chandler. Not Kyle Chandler, the star of Friday Night Lights, the television series, but either way, Colin
Chandler.
Yeah, he probably would. He had a heck of a day off the bench as well, hitting
Clear
a
eyes,
couple
full
of big
hearts,
threes.
Noahs. They
and
can't
guess what?
lose.
Can't lose. Right now, Kentucky looked like they couldn't lose with the way that they played in the second half, and Chandler as big a reason for that as anybody, as he finds his way to a big boost with 9 points on 2 of 4 from 3 and 3 for 3 at the free throw line. But as Coach Crean mentioned, big game for Andrew Carr as his Kentucky Wildcats win it 76-57. Joining us courtside is Andrew Carr of the Kentucky Wildcats. A big day for you personally, obviously a big day for this team. The team you guys just played, Troy, a 14 seed, they're pretty good. They're not your typical 14 seed coming out of the Sun Belt. They punched you guys early. They had a couple of punches in the second half. Just felt like you had the response every time. What was it about the makeup of this team that allowed you guys to find your way through it?
Yeah, they're a really talented team. You know, they got some really good guards and tough bigs that can shoot the ball too. Is a little different look for us sometimes. So definitely things that we were trying to hone in on going into the game, going into our scout. And so credit to them. They came out and played really tough. And congratulations to us. We did a great job responding every time.
Andrew, I said you were the stabilizer of the game. You had a great start. They made a little bit of a run. You get a hard drive, then they press. They throw it to you in the middle. You find Chandler for the 3. You brought your leadership to the game. What were the huddles like? Do you bring a lot to those huddles, or are you basically the talker on the floor?
Yeah, I think we've done a great job all year. Everybody steps up. I think that's the beauty of what we do. Coach from day one has emphasized trying for the players to lead the huddles, players to lead in practice when something is going on, hold each other accountable. And so I think that's something that we do pretty well as a team, and I certainly try to hold my teammates accountable and need them to do that of me.
Coach Crean just mentioned one name. Colin Chandler came off the bench and really provided a spark for you guys. He mentioned you found him in the corner for a big 3. you always hear at this time of year, you have to be ready for your opportunity. You just don't know when it's going to come. But for a freshman, what does that say about your team and kind of the makeup of you guys that he can come in and have that impact?
Yeah, he's a killer, man. He does a great job for us. He's ready to go. I'm not sure how much he played in the first half, but he gets his opportunity and comes in ready to go at any moment and knocks down some really big shots for us. Knocks down 3 free throws after getting fouled on a 3 as well. In his first, as a freshman coming in and stepping up is pretty special, but, it's going to be someone new every single game. That's pretty cool about this team.
And that's what's cool about March as well. Andrew, congratulations on a great win.
Thank you so much, guys.
Great job, Andrew. That is Andrew Carr of the Kentucky Wildcats as they defeat the Troy Trojans 76-57. That is your final score, a 19-point victory for Kentucky in this one. They led by as many as 25. When we return, we'll have more of the All-State postgame report. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. 'Cause I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com. Like to check you have gas first before road tripping through the desert.
Empty? Seriously? Maybe I can walk.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So if you want to save money, check Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com.
Maybe I can't.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Welcome to the Tournament Postgame Show on Westwood One, sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Kentucky advances to the round of 32 with a 19-point win over Troy from Milwaukee. Let's check some of the stats sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. With TurboTax, Now Taxes is getting an expert who files your taxes for you so you can stay focused on following your bracket. Intuit TurboTax, now this is taxes. Overall, Kentucky shot the basketball at a decent clip, 48% overall, 39% from three. They were led by Otega Owe with 20 points once again. Carr and Brea both contributing with 13, as did Garrison. And despite shooting the ball poorly, Amari Williams had 13 rebounds in the game, 6 blocks as well for the Wildcats in the victory. Troy shot the ball 35% overall, 8 of 32, 25% from three in the 19-point loss. Coach, your overall thoughts on what we saw?
Well, the thing that glaringly looks at, you see in that stat sheet, again, 23 assists on 28 field goals. It was not a awesomely well-played game when it came to efficiency, but when you see the way they moved the ball, it was. Credit Troy for hanging right in there with the rebounding. Obviously, for Kentucky to move forward, they're going to have to rebound the ball better and at a better clip with whoever they play. But they just kept moving the basketball. And even though they got some shots in the paint, things were tough. They kept moving it. It didn't stick. And that's exactly how you have to play in a situation like this. And again, I just love Andrew Carr. Anytime something got a little bit tight, he was right there to just make sure there was no threat. And he, along with Lamont Butler, got to have play like that from your veterans.
Time now to rejoin our Straight Talk Wireless studios in Los Angeles. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Street to Straight Talk and get unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Let's send it back to L.A.
All right, Noah, thank you very much. We will hear from you and Tom coming up for the final game of the night in Milwaukee. Brad Heller back in the Westwood One Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. So Mark Pope back at his alma mater gets a win with Kentucky, the 3 seed in the Midwest, moving on. The Wildcats were up 8 at halftime on Troy. Maybe the Trojans came out of the locker room thinking, you know what, we got a shot. Hey, because the Wildcats the last 2 times they played teams seeded 14 or worse, they lost. Remember, Oakland last year was a 14, and then in 2022, the 15 seed St. Peter's beat John Calipari in Kentucky. But not today. No upset for the Troy Trojans against this Kentucky team. The Wildcats, that 8-point halftime lead. There was a 16-0 run midway through the second half, and then Mark Pope's team had another big run left in them. It's time now for the Wrangler highlight of the game.
Rigsby got caught up, back outside. Fields looking to drive with his right hand, knocked away. Turnover. Chandler scoops it up for Kentucky. Up ahead, Brea, rhythm, right wing 3. Kaboom! Kobe Brea cans another triple. It's all Wildcats in the final minutes. 73-48. A 12-0 Kentucky run with 2 minutes to play.
That 12-0 run after the 16-0 run, Kentucky rolls 76-57. That was your highlight of the game, sponsored by Wrangler. Here's to the early risers, the go-getters. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim styles to kickstart your day. Wrangler for the ride of life. So Kentucky's moving on. They'll face either Xavier or Illinois coming up on Sunday in Milwaukee. We'll take one more break and check the scoreboard. New Mexico and Marquette coming down the stretch, and UConn, the 2-time defending champ, is on the court as well. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Brad Heller back in the Westwood One Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. Again, your final score from Milwaukee, Kentucky, the 3 seed in the Midwest, moving on, blowing out the 14 seed Troy 76-57. All right, let's check the scores. In the South region, the 7-10 matchup, Marquette and New Mexico. The Golden Eagles were up 1 with about 6 minutes to go, but then New Mexico took over.
This feels like a big possession, a big defensive stop for Marquette. Timeout looming.
That picked up at half court by Lowry. Now he throws to the corner. Washington a 3. Got it! Drew Washington buries a 3. That could be a dagger. They're saying it's a 2, 67-58. Biggest lead of the ball game now for New Mexico.
Didn't matter 2 or 3. It was a dagger. Scott Graham and John Crispin on the call. There's 30 seconds left, and New Mexico is up on Marquette 74-63. So the 10-seed Lobos look like they are going to move on to round number 2. Arizona and Akron, the 4-13 matchup in the East. The Wildcats have never trailed. They're up 25 right now, 78-53 with under 6 minutes left to go. Two-time defending national champ UConn. The Huskies are on the court. The 8-9 matchup against Oklahoma. 6-2. The Huskies have the lead there about 3 minutes in. You can hear every game on the all-new Westwood One Sports app. The Florida Gators await the winner of that one. Florida jumped out to a 24-5 lead on Norfolk State. The final 95-69. Walter Clayton Jr. scored 23 points in 28 minutes. Also an easy win for Duke, the top seed in the East. 93-49 over Mount St. Mary's. Cooper Flagg, 14 points in 22 minutes. Back from the ankle injury. Next up for the Blue Devils, the Baylor Bears, the 9 seed. 75-72 over the 8 seed Mississippi State. Ole Miss hung on for dear life, beat North Carolina 71-64. Sean Padula, 20 points, including the dagger 3 with under a minute to go when Carolina climbed to within 2. Iowa State and Ole Miss, that'll be your matchup Sunday. In Milwaukee, the Cyclones blew out Lipscomb, shooting 58% from the field. Colorado State joining McNeese as a 12-seed to win. The Rams knocked off the 5-seed Memphis. They'll face Maryland Sunday. The Terps' biggest tournament win in school history, 32 better than Grand Canyon. St. Mary's held off Vanderbilt, 59-56. The Commodores missed a couple of attempts. 3-pointers that would have tied the game in the final seconds. It'll be the Gales and the Crimson Tide of Alabama on Sunday in Cleveland. Alabama 90, Robert Morris 81. Your final there. All right, let's check the tournament summary, sponsored by Marriott Bonvoy. Take your game day rituals on the road with Marriott Bonvoy. Over 30 hotel brands for every kind of fan. Explore more at MarriottBonvoy.com/NCAA. Those 14 teams making the tournament from the SEC. The league is 8-5 right now, with Oklahoma still to go. Meanwhile, the Marquette-New Mexico game is final. The Lobos winning it. The first loss for the Big East in this tournament. That leaves the Big Ten 5-0, still with Michigan State, Illinois, and Oregon left to play tonight. Again, your final from Milwaukee, Kentucky, the 3 seed over the 14 seed Troy in the Midwest region, 76-57. This has been the All-State Tournament postgame show on Westwood One. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. We'd like to thank our crew, studio coordinator Curtis Poindexter, associate producers Jordan Markovic and Dan Silverman, production supervisor Nick Pope, production assistance provided by John Stangler and Dan Lynch, engineer Dan Robotham, coordinating producers Brian Finkelstein and Aaron Cummins, executive producer Mike Eby, and the senior vice president of sports for Cumulus Media and Westwood One is Bruce Gilbert. Tonight's broadcast of the NCAA Tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network has been sponsored by Monster.com, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by O'Reilly Auto Parts, by Wago, by Uber Eats, by Wrangler, and by NCAA.com. More exciting action on the way from Milwaukee. Xavier in Illinois. Our next broadcast begins 9:45 p.m. Eastern. A reminder that you can listen to every tournament game via the free Westwood One Sports, Varsity Network, and NCAA March Madness apps, or with TuneIn Premium and on SiriusXM. Online, find us at westwoodonesports.com and ncaa.com. And on any Alexa-enabled device, you can choose which game you want to listen to. Just say, Open Westwood One Sports. Again, your final, Kentucky 76 and Troy 57. Now for Noah Eagle and Tom Crean, I'm Brad Heller. Thank you for joining us. You've been listening to exclusive coverage of the 2025 Men's Basketball Championship on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Welcome to March.
The madness is here.
They've survived. They've advanced in a game for the ages.
Tuesday at 5 Eastern, 5-time national champion head coach Mike Krzyzewski will preview the Sweet 16 matchups.
There's been so much magic in past marches. You're playing against a team that believes in magic. It's absolutely beautiful.